Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I made it.
You made it.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull up your live stream on my computer. Is it live? Is this
Yeah,
a
I mean, yeah, we've been live.
So how do I see it online?
You gotta go to YouTube.
I'm on YouTube and I'm on your site.
Um, you pull up my live videos or
Um,
broadcasts. I'm not sure. I go through StreamYard.
oh, I see it.
Live
Oh,
videos.
I got it.
No. You gotta turn it off because it'll echo.
Oh, I gotta.
I'm not sure.
I
I
gotta
go
mute
through
this.
StreamYard.
Okay. I gotta mute my computer so I don't hear you twice.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, definitely. You said it's snowing up there.
It's snowing. Let me look out the
That's
window. Ooh, damn! It's a lot of snow.
that's crazy. I mean, you are way up. That's basically Canada.
No, it's not.
No, yeah, it is.
I'm on the Mason-Dixon line, so
What?
I can be a Yankee or I can be a Southerner. It doesn't matter which one I
I thought you
pick.
said Maryland.
I'm in Maryland. That's the Mason-Dixon line.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Mason-Dixon line is way down by Georgia.
No, it's not. That's in
Hold on.
Confederate state. What are you talking about?
Wait, watch your mouth. I live in two Confederate states. Hold on. Mason-Dixon. I gotta look this up.
Google it, baby. Google it.
I'm on it. I'm already on it. Holy shit! I didn't know it was so high up.
Stick with me, baby. I'll teach you things.
That's crazy. I'm willing to learn. That's crazy. I mean, that doesn't change the fact that you're still basically Canada.
Well, we do have some Canadian weather, but not for long.
I didn't. You know what? Now that I'm reading on it, I didn't even know exactly what the Mason-Dixon line was. I thought it was like what split uh, the North from the South, the Yankees from the Confederates.
Well, it is.
Yeah, but why is it so high up?
Because Maryland was kind of like the in-between spot, between North and South.
I used to live on a Maryland street.
You mean the street was called Maryland Street?
Yep, it was Maryland Street. I lived in a city that had, all 50 states basically named streets, and I lived on Maryland Avenue.
That's cool. Maryland.
Same as the state. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Well, what do you know?
Yep. We got something in common, except it never really snowed on Maryland Avenue.
Yeah.
I've only seen snow like 6 times in my life, 7 times.
Like a lot of snow?
Oh no. Like the most snow I've seen was in Germany. I got medevaced out of Iraq and flew to Germany, and it was like -18. It was snowing. It was crazy.
Fuck, -18 is ridiculous.
What I think that was wind chill, but
Even still.
I left Kuwait. It was 130 degrees, and touchdown in Germany, and it was close to zero. And I had no cold weather gear in my duffel. It was all packed at the bottom, so I had to like pull everything out in the airport and find something to cover up with. And I'm not used to cold at all.
Well, our weather is so crazy that on Sunday it was 61 degrees. I didn't even have to wear a coat. But then it started snowing Sunday night. And by Monday morning, it was 28 degrees.
Yeah,
And
well,
we had 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground.
I was just in Jersey visiting some family, and it was 30 in the low 30s, 31, 30 degrees, and I was out in a hoodie. It's not nearly the same as down here. Like right now, down here in South Louisiana, the weather is 39 degrees, and I'm freezing. This is
Listen, I'll tell you what. I used to go to New Orleans every year during the week of Christmas. Well,
Uh-huh.
sometimes I would go in November, sometimes I would go in December, but one year I went the week of Christmas. I say between Christmas and New Year's, and it was so fucking cold. It was like 31 degrees. People down there were losing their minds because it was so
Yeah,
cold.
we're not used to that.
No, I wouldn't
I
even.
mean, today, while I was working, I was sweating just because I had pants on. I should have been in shorts and short sleeves. The last four Christmases, I've been in shorts and short sleeves, but I like that.
Hell, we were in short sleeves at Christmas this year up here.
Yeah, well,
And then some years at Christmas time, we get 3 feet of snow. Well, that's been a while, but we used to get
yeah.
a lot of snow. We don't get snow hardly anymore. But
What did
sometimes we get like a shit ton of snow. We get like a 5 foot snow, and we just totally, the city just shuts down.
Oh man, if we get snow, period, everything shuts down. Like you heard about the big freeze last year around early January, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was a big problem down here because we're not set up for it. So power started going out, and it was really bad. But that was a culture shock to us.
Yeah, I bet. Like I said, when I was in New Orleans, those people were losing their shit. It's like they didn't know
What do
what to
you
do.
What do you do when you go to New Orleans?
I play. What else do you do in New Orleans?
So bourbon.
Well, I don't really like Bourbon Street, to be honest. I mean, you walk down at one time and then you got to get the hell off that street
That's exactly what I tell people. You got to go to bourbon once, but you
once.
don't have to go more than that. You
Nah.
experience once, you're good.
I like, was it Frenchman Street? Is that Frenchman on down there?
Um,
What's it called? I think it's called
there's
Frenchman.
the
A lot of
French
good music
Quarter.
on that street.
There's the French Quarter. There's Canal.
No, it's like it's near the market, the open market, the farm. What is it called?
The French Quarter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I always stay in the French Quarter. I got a
Yeah.
great place. I love that I stay there.
What's like an Airbnb?
No, it's a hotel called the Provincial,
Oh, that's
and it's
French.
right, and it's right on it's right on
Royale.
Chartreuse or Charter,
Chartreuse. Yeah, chartreuse.
right next to the big nun place there.
Big nun place.
What is that called? What was it
Oh,
called?
you're a nun.
No, no, no. But we would stay right next door to it.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, they would toss me out. They saw me coming, like, shut the door, quick.
Okay, I got you. Well,
But
yeah,
yeah, New
I
Orleans is a
was.
lot of fun.
Yeah, I got a New Orleans holds a special place in my heart. That was my first deployment when I was in the military. Was after Katrina, so I spent a lot of time down there.
Well, how far is New Orleans from where you are?
From where I'm at, it's about 3 hours. I'm from Baton Rouge, like the Baton Rouge area. I live in Houston and I work in Lake Charles. All of those cities are like an hour or two apart from each other. New Orleans is an hour from Baton Rouge. Lake Charles is 2 hours from Baton Rouge, and Houston is 2 hours from Lake Charles. So, I'm all over the bottom of Louisiana and the east side of Texas.
Well, my family's all from the South, so I've spent a huge portion of my life in the South. I had relatives that lived in Shreveport and
Yeah,
Georgia and
you said
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yep,
Yeah.
got lots of relatives in Alabama. Florida, I got a lot of relatives in the panhandle of Florida, like Panama City. I used to
Okay.
go there all the time.
Panama. Um. Yeah.
Next to
Okay. I've not,
Destin.
I don't think I've ever been to Panama or Destin or anywhere.
No
I think
shit. Oh,
I've
what are
been
you
to
thinking?
what's the oh man, it's the very first like big city in Florida when you're coming from my way. They got a big Air Force base.
Yeah.
Um, God, I can't remember. I'm sorry, Florida, but yeah, I don't. I'm supposed to be going to Daytona for Bike Week coming soon
That
in
would be a
March.
clusterfuck. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do that
it's my.
for? That place is a nah. I wouldn't do that.
It's my
That's me.
first
That's me.
time. Some buddies of mine want to go. It seems like fun. Why wouldn't you go?
Because I'd act stupid and get in trouble.
Oh, well, that's exactly why I'm going. Yeah, same thing. When you been to Houston?
I have been to Houston. I've driven across country a couple times, and so I've often made detours into Texas. I went to Austin and Dallas and Houston, and came up through El Paso to through Phoenix and Flagstaff. Stopped in Vegas, on the way on my way to LA.
So out of Houston, Dallas, and which one? Austin. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, Austin by far.
Yeah, yeah, Austin. I hear. I've been to Austin 2 or 3 times. I hear so much about it. I feel like I would like it a lot, but
Well, the
I
music
love.
is off the hook there for one,
Yeah,
and the
definitely.
scenery is amazing, and everybody's just chill there.
Yeah, I'm like die hard, born and raised coon ass Cajun, Louisiana made, and I never thought in my life that I would love somewheres as much as I love Louisiana, but it didn't take me a few months of living in Texas to just fall in love. I'm a Texan. I got cowboy boots. I got a Texas ID. I mean, that's where my heart lies now. I love it there. It's,
Well, have you done a lot of traveling in the states? Have you seen other places? Like, have you traveled around?
oh, yeah. I
I've been to
mean,
38. I've been to 38 states so far. Trying to
like
hit all 50 of them.
you talking about 38 you visited, or,
Yes.
like a small portion of those you were just driving through?
Um, I'd say a little of both actually.
Well, if we're talking about, like, if we're just talking about driving through as states counting too, I mean, the east
Yeah,
side
yeah,
of the
I would count the
Mississippi,
drive-throughs. Yeah, I would count the drive-throughs.
I've been to a large portion of the states on the east side of the Mississippi. Some buddies of mine had a band, and they were traveling, and I had just gotten back from Iraq and stuff, and I was like, man, I'll just hit the road with y'all, and just be like a road manager slash help y'all out with whatever. And we went all the way up to like Ohio. There's the Keys. They call them the Keys of the North in Ohio. It's on one of the Great Lakes.
Okay.
Um, and we went up there, and they played along places all the way down. I've been to Tennessee a lot. Been to all of the states that are like southeast, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, stuff like that. New Jersey, Texas.
Jersey.
Hadn't really, yeah, Jersey. Yeah, I got family that lives in Bayonne,
Oh,
and
that's right. You said that.
it was pretty cool, actually. I got to see the Statue of Liberty for the first time and all of that. Never crossed into New York, but
Well, New York is a trip. You definitely got to do a stint in New York City.
you
Everybody should
know,
do New York City.
New York and Vegas are two places that everybody talks about, everybody loves, but I've just never had the want to go. I mean, I wanted to go see my family in Jersey, so that worked, but I've just never been attracted to the hustle and bustle, the chaos. But after seeing New Jersey, I kind of want to go do the tourist things around, Statue of Liberty and Manhattan and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Vegas has been growing on me too.
Yeah,
So
Vegas is cool. We're all talking about making a trip out to Vegas in the summer, actually. You should tag along.
yeah, when for that's just talk, or does that have something to do with Jen and Jack getting married?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, you know where I'm at in Houston, Jen. I don't know if she still lives there. I think she moved back.
No, she's still in
Uh,
Houston. Oh, well, she was living in Houston. I think she moved back with some family somewhere.
yeah, to like Sour Lake or something like that. But she was 45 minutes away from me. We hung out and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Jen's really cool. Yeah, Jen's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, she is.
Um, but like as far as out towards Vegas, Moab has been on my destination list for a minute.
Yeah, mine too, actually.
You never
But
been
I did
there?
before the pandemic hit. I did like some major traveling. I went to New Orleans for 2 weeks or 10 days actually. And then I went to the Keys, and then I went out to San Francisco for 2 weeks, and we did a Phoenix to Sedona to the Grand Canyon. That was pretty
Ah,
awesome.
that's another one I was never really attracted to. But then my son's mom, when we met, she started talking about it, and she convinced me that I got to go see it. This is kind of on my list too. But you've been to Belize.
I have been to Belize.
There's no other place in the world that I want to go more.
It's cool. It's a nice place. They got some beautiful out islands too.
Yeah, I did a report on Belize when I was in middle school or something, and like, do they really they speak English and they use the American dollar and
Yeah,
yeah, it was. I don't know why, but I fell in love with it over like Fiji, Hawaii, all of the
I've been to
big
Hawaii.
island destinations. Yeah,
The best
what's up?
island in Hawaii is Kauai, I think.
And which one is that? Like, is
Hawaii.
that which one
It's
is the one that you have to be a local to go to?
well, you can go to any island in Hawaii.
Oh, I thought there was one that like they don't.
There's one island called Niihau, which is off the coast of Kauai, which is off limits to everyone except for the people that live there.
That yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean
Yeah,
by it.
that
Oh,
is a private island. You're not allowed to go there. They don't want people there. They don't let you come.
uh,
And then they had another island called Lanai, which was the leper colony, and it was closed down for a long time. They finally opened it up.
yeah, but Lanai I've heard of. There's something specific about that. Maybe good hunting. Like bow hunters go there a lot or something. I can't remember what why Lanai
Probably,
is stick.
probably,
I know
yeah. It was
there's one island that like they brought mule deer to, and they just took over, and now it's like a problem, and they welcome everybody who wants to go out there and hunt, and to try to cull off some of the deer because they'll eventually turn it into a desert island if they don't control the numbers.
yeah.
Do y'all hunt up in Maryland?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where you live? It's
I could
more.
hunt off my deck. There's so many freaking deer around here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard it's a problem for drivers up there,
It's bad.
and what is it? What do ticks give you if you get
Lyme disease.
Lyme disease? That's a big problem too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many around here. They just walk down the street like a bunch of teenage thugs. I mean, it's like, dude, what are you doing in the street? I'm driving. Get the fuck out of here. And they just look
Yeah,
at you like, nah, I ain't moving. Sorry.
yeah. Where my parents live way back in the swamp in Chafalai Basin. They live past hunting camps. Like you pass hunting camps as you go into their house, and because of that, I have you ever seen those deer whistles that you can put on your car, on your bumper or whatever? And the,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
yeah,
heard of those.
I have one on my bike because
Does it
of it.
work?
Because I've never hit a deer on my bike.
Have you seen one? Like did one?
No, it's actually good. The data that I've collected from it is pretty positive so far. So I'm glad
I've
for
hit
that because I
I've
don't
hit
know what
two
that would
deer.
be like.
I've hit two deer in my car in my lifetime. Well, actually, I didn't hit them. They hit me. So
Yeah, yeah, that's how they do. They must be like they feel like if you're gonna pass them, they can't go back across the street, so they try to beat you across the street before you pass them. Because I've had the only 2 or 3 times that we've hit deer or I've hit deer in a vehicle, they've been like they run into you. They race back across the street.
yeah, I was just cruising along in my car, just minding my own business, and the next thing I know, boom, comes running out of the woods from my left and smashed into my car, rolled over my windshield, and hit the other side, and then just took off running. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
So
imagine being on a motorcycle.
Nah, that would
Yeah,
not be good.
yeah, it scares yeah, it
Not sure who
scares
would
me.
win that battle.
Well, I mean, I would. A lesser man might not, but I would definitely win now. I've had cranes or like owls fly out of the ditch or the tree line and go right past my helmet and scare the crap out of me. Because I mean, anything that hits you at that speed, you know, probably knock you off the bike. A lesser man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Not you, not you.
so where you live is like more rural, or
I live about 20 miles outside of Washington, D.C.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is that good or bad?
Johnny wants in. He's saying, let me in, fool. Do you see him?
Oh shit! I didn't. I wasn't looking. Johnny boy,
Johnny.
Yo, what's up? Can you
what's
hear me?
going on? What's up with your mic?
I don't know what. What's wrong with it?
I can hear you.
Just sounds like you're in a Asian sweatshop
He's in
making
a basement, which is the same
Jordans.
thing.
Oh, we don't have basements down here.
I know. Listen, when I was in New Orleans, it was funny because we went to the cemetery and they were like, well, we don't bury people in the ground. So then I went down to the Bahamas and they have the same problem. And I was on a cruise ship one year. I was supposed to be going down to um, Mexico or so. I don't even remember where. But it was the year that we had like a bazillion hurricanes. So while we were out on the cruise ship, Wilma came through South Florida and knocked out the power and the water and everything. So the captain came on and he's like, look, we can't go to port because it's closed. So you all are stuck on this ship. So we're going to head to the Bahamas. We're like, okay. So we cruise over to the Bahamas and we're out and about. And the woman there says, oh, the living. Oh, no, she says, the dead have come up to join the living. I'm like, what? And she said, because of the hurricane that went through, it floated all the caskets up out of the ground and they were floating. It was bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then we got back on the cruise ship and then we were trying to come back to Miami. And then the next hurricane came. And lo and behold, the captain comes back on and he's like, okay, folks, well, we're not going to port, so we're heading to Jamaica. Like, okay. I had to call work. I'm not even kidding. I had to call work and say, look, I can't come to work because I'm stuck on a cruise ship. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you realize what year you're talking about?
What year was that? I want to
That was
say
'05. That was Katrina, Rita. That was like one of the most devastating hurricane years
it
ever.
was the year that we ran completely through the alphabet and they started all over. So when I
Yeah,
was on the
and we
ship,
just
so when I was on the ship, Wilma came through, and by the time I got off the ship, it was like Beta had gone through. So that many hurricanes had come through while we were on that ship.
hmm
It was insane.
we had we had Katrina and Rita, and then we just recently had a year like that where we went back around to Alpha Beta, the Greek alphabet,
Yeah.
which was 2 years ago, and I'm still in Louisiana helping rebuild and repair from that hurricane season.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. Those
Yeah.
hurricanes are brutal. We don't get them too bad up here, but every now and then one comes slamming through.
The number three state on the list of states that get hit by hurricanes is New York.
New York, yeah, and Jersey,
I would have
they get
never
slammed.
guessed. I would have never guessed that, but I was talking. I actually had on YouTube. I don't know if you know Ginger Stack and Candy
I see
or
Ginger's name.
uh,
I see Ginger's name in the chat.
Ginger. She's got a channel. She goes live a lot. Candy, she
Candy, I
streams a
know because
lot.
Candy's been on your panel before. Yeah,
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah,
yeah,
we all
remember her.
we're all kind of a close group. Me, Ginger, EQ, Tommy. There's a bunch of us, But
EQ sounds exactly, and I'm talking exactly like my cousin. Exactly. If I
where's
could
your
talk
cousin
any
from?
better, I would have thought that was him. It's so weird when I first heard EQ.
Where's your cousin from? You mean accent or voice wise?
Both. My
Yeah.
cousin
Where's
is
he
from the
from?
South. He was born in, where was he born? I want to say he was born in Alabama, lived in Montgomery, and then, yeah, he's always been in the South, but now he relocated out to um, Oregon. He loves it
Oh,
out
okay.
there.
Yeah, it's probably a lot different than where he's from. EQ's
Much.
from North Carolina, and
Yeah, I
yeah,
know, which
he's
is really weird because he has such a Southern accent.
Yeah.
I know he's got the hardest Southern twang I've ever
The
heard. I
twang. I was
love
just getting
EQ.
ready to
Yeah.
say he's got
Yeah.
the twang
Exactly.
big time. And when he said North Carolina, I was
EQ's
like, "You lying?"
he's
Caleb.
a EQ, Ginger, Candy, Tommy. They're some of the best people I've ever met on YouTube. That's why I've kind of stuck with them, and they've stuck with me. And we've had a few people come in and out of the group that you know that just didn't pan out, but we've all been friends for a long time. They're good people.
Well, I didn't know you guys were all
What's
friends.
up, Johnny?
What's up? I didn't know you guys were all friends. It's pretty cool.
What's that?
I said I didn't know you guys were all friends. That's pretty cool.
We
Yeah,
just all making a
yeah,
bunch of new friends, ain't we?
yeah. I've been knowing him for yeah, I've been knowing him for probably 6 years now. Yeah, yeah.
I've been watching.
There's a lot of let's say bullshit on YouTube, but every now and then when you find the good ones, they're usually really cool people.
Yeah,
What's
I was
you
watching.
got your camera on, Johnny, and just covered up?
Yeah.
That's what he always does.
No, I don't.
Not
Yes, his
always.
connection's bad. Whose connection is bad? Mine? Oh, it's mine. Huh. 4 years this evening. It's not that short, Jen. I've been knowing Ginger since like 1985.
I've been
Really?
watching.
No, no, I wasn't born in '85. I'm only 17.
You
Yeah,
fucking
that's
liar.
I'm 30, 32, 33. One of those. I might be 33 in February. I was born in '89. Again, telling secrets, but we don't have to share age because Johnny's really old, so
Yeah, no,
we
yeah,
just
no ages.
Yeah.
no ages.
Trust
I
me, I
got you.
never go there ever.
But I'm pretty immature,
Well,
so
uh, yeah, I get called sir all the time by guys that I know are my age, so I feel like there's something about me that must look really old. I don't know. I don't know, but I like it. Yeah, you're damn right,
You just
sir.
have that manly look.
That's right. I guess that's what it is. That's why Johnny likes me. He's he's in the manly men.
you butthead.
I didn't know that about you,
Where
Johnny.
did where did y'all get started on YouTube?
Who, me? I started
Yeah,
out
you
in
said
Venice.
Venice, right,
Venice.
Johnny?
I was
That's not Venice Beach. That's Venice, Italy.
No,
ah
I got you. How long ago in Venice?
I started out in Venice at the beginning of 2020.
Oh, okay, you're fresh,
Yeah,
fresh meat.
I'm a
Johnny.
track
What
virgin.
about you?
Well, no, I'm
I
not.
was I think I forget the name of it now, but it was in California. Um, They had they had chat, and then they closed it down because Todd was in
Oh,
there. Fucking idiot.
you're pretty fresh too, though, right, Johnny? Like a year, maybe.
Going on 2 years.
Okay. Y'all don't know about Fox 46.
No.
I've heard about it. I've heard about it though.
What is it?
That's where it was a. I mean, it was Fox. It was Fox News live stream, but I mean, it wasn't just Fox. And then I mean, this was 4, maybe 5 years ago, and then when it got shut down, the most of us moved to Vegas, the Strip
Yeah.
live video, and then Vegas got shut down, and everybody just kind of scattered, and we've just been slowly finding each other since then. But
Yeah, Vegas is where I met Allison because like I said, I started in Cali. It was a beach camp, and then they closed that down. They didn't close it down. They closed the chat, and we moved to Vegas. Me, believe it or not, me, Todd, Eric, and a few other people, and then
so
they closed that down, and we went to Pines.
Pines, Pines and Palms, P
Yeah,
and P. Yeah, I remember it. That's
I was
where I
never
was.
regular. I was never regular at the Pines.
Were you a Willie T's?
Nope. I had my own marina. I was the
oh
queen
yeah,
of the marina. I am the queen of the marina.
The
she she,
Marina.
she was with the boring people.
But then they changed
Okay.
my spot to the 5 minute slow mode, so we all bailed.
Yeah. What are some of the Jen? You might notice Ginger. You might notice. What are some of the longest running rooms that have been open? Is Venice still open, Connie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So it must not be like Fox 46 was destined to get closed just because of I mean, you can imagine what it was, you know.
yeah,
It was really one of the most intense rooms. Nothing really compares these days to Fox 46. Maybe Times Square is kind of like that,
yes, yeah,
but it was a. If you're looking for trouble, if you want to go start, if you want to just get into it with somebody over politics, religion, culture, anything like that, that's the room that they would go to, and it lived up to its name. I've never seen anything like that anymore on YouTube. So it was. I'm not surprised. 46 is still open. Oh yeah, yeah. Just no chat.
yeah.
Yeah,
There, there
I
was
figured
also
that.
there was also what was the other one? Flute Chat and CNN that I heard about.
Yeah, and then there was Juju. Juju had well, not Juju bot. It was yeah, it was the opposite of Fox 46. It was where if you lean right, you went Fox 46. If you lean left, you went one of those other ones, and it didn't matter because they were both in both rooms, like starting stuff. And this is right after Trump was elected and all of that. Like it was at the height of the red versus blue bullshit that we're still kind of going through today. It was wild. I stumbled onto it by accident, and I was like, "Look at this, a live chat," and then started meeting people.
Well,
Yeah,
when I
I
first
was.
started in Venice, it it was there were no mods there, and the people there were so much fun, and we would just laugh. I mean, all night long, howling laughing. We just have a blast. And a lot of people came in that would speak different languages. So people came in and spoke Spanish and Italian and just whatever language. It didn't matter. We had a lot of people that spoke different languages, which was kind of cool. And then when I spent months there, I didn't go anywhere else because I just was comfortable there and I didn't really know about the whole chat, you know, skipping. So one day I decided to sort of branch out and I went to Canada to the Banff site because the sunrises there were amazing. And I jumped into chat one day, mind you, coming from Venice, where there were no mods, and Banff had mods. One in particular who personally as an asshole, but all of a sudden somebody popped in and started speaking Spanish, and he said, no, English only. And that kind of surprised me. And I at that point, I didn't even know what a mod was. I didn't know what the blue wrench meant or anything. I just had no clue. And so I said to him, I thought he was kidding. And I said, really? Nobody speaks anything but English here? And nobody answered me. So, like a smartass that I am, I asked him the same question in Spanish. And he fucking banned me. I was like, what? I was
Yeah.
like so pissed. Not only did he ban me from that site, but he banned me from all the sites that were connected to it. So he's on my shit
Hmm.
list.
Yeah. Has anybody? What is it? I can't think of the little chat app that I found recently, but I don't. I've never met. I've never found that mods are a good thing. I don't like mods. I've never been in a room with mods that I've liked. I'm full blooded libertarian at heart. I don't like being controlled or restricted or anything like that. I don't need a mod. It's not like I'm doing anything that completely wrong. You know what I mean? But I just don't like that
Yeah, I
somebody
don't
else has.
either.
I actually everybody that comes on to my room or panel, like I'm gonna make y'all to. I don't know, Johnny, you might already be. I make everybody mods on my channel just so that everybody has the power. Everybody can do what they want. You know, it's either none have it or all of them. You know, I don't like the
Yeah,
idea of one person having control over the other.
yeah, you gave it to all of
It's
us, really.
dumb because you give power to somebody, especially people on YouTube.
Yeah,
You know, you give certain people on YouTube. I mean, you guys know the besides the good people, there's a lot of trolls, a lot of just weak minds, I guess, sheep,
It's
and you give them
it's really
power and
changed.
they go
It's really
crazy.
changed a lot over the year.
So I don't know.
I mean, it used to be a lot of fun, and the people that you were
Yeah, it
talking to, you
has.
knew that's who they were. But man, that ain't the case now. You don't know who the hell you're talking to.
Oh, see, you're kind of our view on YouTube is kind of opposite. Like when I first found YouTube chat rooms, it was insane. It was so aggressive and so intense. But I
Really?
think that might have just been like the country's atmosphere, the political atmosphere, and like where I got started. Now it's like nothing compares. I mean, y'all know Will,
of course, yeah.
the
Will, Will
the
and Ted,
Will. You know, ever heard of Will?
Will and
Will
Tesla.
Durant.
Yeah,
Yeah, Will was like an OG troll and one of the most intense trolls I've ever met. Not like I don't know, as far as like the cloning and stuff like that. He was the first one I'd come across that was like as good at it, I guess you could say,
And
as
what's the end?
I
What's
saw.
the end game to
I
that?
remember
Like,
Hayden.
what's the end game for that?
Um,
yeah.
I don't know. You
Just
die
idiots.
alone in your mom's basement. I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not
They're
sure.
just idiots, is what they are. Really hate them.
I mean, some of them are really like I like Will. I get along with Will. Me and Will are actually friends. We speak outside of YouTube a lot. Gotti, I really like Gotti. I don't know if
Oh, God.
y'all know Gotti or not. Um,
I've seen the names go
I don't know.
by. You know,
Kaylee. He hates
Some
me.
of them,
He hates me.
some of them are just really funny guys. You know, really funny people. Some of them are really sad, really angry people. You know, but I don't find that the trolls are the worst. I find the people that like um, try not to be seen as trolls, but are really sad or angry people. Those end up being the worst because you end up being friends with them, and then they turn on you. You know what I mean? Like it's it definitely sharpens your social skills dealing with people on YouTube.
damn, we're really getting some
Some
snow up in here. Johnny, are you getting snow?
Yeah, getting
How
good
much snow you
snow.
got?
I didn't look lately, but it started like a couple hours ago.
Mm. It's coming down hard and fast here.
Is it
Yep.
hard and fast?
Hard,
I'm gonna be out.
hard and
I'm gonna be
fast.
out. I'm gonna be out blowing snow in about an hour. Watch, my neighbor's gonna be
Blowing
pissed.
snow.
An hour.
Blow it hard and fast.
I got a snow blower. I'm gonna use that
Oh yeah.
motherfucker too.
What
I've
what
had that thing
uh
for 4 years. I've never had to use it. It's been sitting in
what
my
brand?
basement
What
for four
model?
years.
There you go.
I know it's a nice one though.
What is it?
But I'm gonna break that thing out tonight.
What is it? What brand?
Oh hell, I don't know. I've had it for so long, I don't even remember now. Hold on, I'm having a coughing fit.
I guess Allison went back to work. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hmm.
Yeah, Caleb, he got booted.
Yeah, our schools aren't going to be open tomorrow, so I ain't even worried about going to bed.
I'm actually starting to wake up a little bit.
Hello.
Yeah, I might drop out.
You did? Yeah.
Um, my service out here where I'm working is not great. What what brand is your snowblower?
I don't know. Do you want me to go down and look? I can go down and
No,
look for
no,
you.
no, no. I'm just I like stuff like that. I'm in construction. I like tools and
Listen, I used to do
stuff.
construction.
Yeah. When were you framed houses?
I used to have my own construction company, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Doing what? Just general contracting?
Yep. And whatever I couldn't do, I would just sub it out.
I'm a handyman.
I'm a handy woman.
Where?
Listen, I've done all that shit. I've hung drywall. I've run siding. I've done concrete. What else have I done? You name it, I've probably done it. Yep.
Why'd you get out of it? Yeah, that's the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing because I've kind of dabbled in it all. Why'd you
Well,
get out of
because
it?
I was married to a general contractor, and so he was, in my opinion, terrible at doing bids. So,
Hmm.
and I was working in an accounting office, so I was really good with numbers. So I got to a point where I was like, dude, you're not even charging them enough money. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, look at the numbers I'm running here, you know. And so we started competing. It sort of got into a little game of, who can be the better bid. And my bids always won because I knew what number to go with. And so I think he got a little pissy about it because I started beating him at his own game. And so I was like, look, if you don't want to play, that's fine. I'll just do my own shit. So I started just doing my own shit. And then yeah, we were divorced shortly after that.
Connie, when we need to be friends then, because as soon as you said he didn't know how to bid, I was wondering, okay, did he overbid or underbid? And then when you said underbid, I was like, all right, well I know why.
But sometimes
Connie
he
just
would
in a
overbid. Like we were doing a job one time and we were running numbers and he wanted to go with, it was like $125,000 job. And I was like,
what?
no, that's too high. You got to come in. I'm telling you right now, you got to come in at like 99. You can't even hit that 100 because those people won't go for 100. Come in at 98, right? 99. I swear to you, they'll go for it. And
So
he's like,
you're
really?
talking commercial?
No, this was a renovation for a house. And
Oh,
so
okay.
he did the bid. He didn't take my advice. He put it in for 125. They didn't take it. They took the bid for 105. And I was like, I told you should have come in at 99, dude. They'd have taken it in a heartbeat. And
Is
you
it?
would have still made a bunch of money because I put in like a 20%, fuck up fee. So, he just overpriced everything.
Is that one of the higher end bids y'all have done? Because that's, in my opinion, that's up there.
Well, the housing around here is insanely expensive.
I
You
got you.
you get around Washington, D.C., yeah, it's like $100,000 is nothing.
Yeah, my biggest problem is, and probably will always be, undercutting myself.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
enjoy what I do, so I don't care. I just want the job, and I wanna do it.
I know, but you got to make money.
Yeah, I know. That's what a mentor figure of mine said. He said if you're getting in business for anything other than to make money, you're gonna screw yourself. And I was
Yep,
like,
every time.
I'm I'm getting in business for myself so that I don't have to work for somebody dumber than me.
Well,
That's
and
the
see, he was a
first
really
priority.
nice guy. My ex is a really nice guy, and we still get along great. I mean, we're great friends still. And he was really nice. And so the problem with that was people would take advantage of him all the time. They'd be like, "Oh, can you just do this?" And he'd be like, "Oh, sure." And I'm like, "Are you charging them for that?" No. I'm like, "Why?" Because it's your time and it's your job. Like, why are you giving stuff away? So that was a big problem for me,
So you
because I had
you were in
bills to pay.
accounting?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was trying to raise
Yeah.
some kids, and I was like, "Dude, you need to start bringing some cash into this place."
So was he skilled?
Very skilled, extremely skilled. Probably the
So
best carpenter I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you. Because he
well, you
wasn't in
just
it for
haven't seen
quantity,
me.
he was in it for quality. He would
Yeah.
lose money to make that job perfect, which is
Yeah.
fine. I mean, that's a great work mentality to have, but you can't lose money off of it. That's just
When you
ridiculous.
usually you need like my uncle told me this. He's also a general contractor. My whole family. My grandpa was an electrician. I got electricians in the family. I got two or three general contractors. Like I just grew up around it. And my uncle told me, he's like, you know what you do? You find you that that chick that's going to school for accounting, or she's like into
Career,
math, or yeah, you find
not a
somebody like
job.
that, right? That can pick up on all your shortcomings. And what he meant is like, if you're skilled, if you're an engineer type mind, you might be decent at math, but you might not be that decent at books. And
Hmm.
there's a whole different world when it comes to that.
Yeah, it
But
is.
when I
That's
got
why.
started, I had a partner, and he was the opposite of me. He would never short himself, and he wouldn't even take a job if it didn't even sound like something that would pay off big
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
And we clashed about that a lot. And he's like, dude, that's going to be your biggest problem going to
Yep.
business.
Yeah.
Uh,
Partnership is a sinking ship, I always say.
well, he's a vet. He's in Iraq, Kuwait right now. And I mean, what we decided when we were partners is that I'm going to branch off, go my way. He's going to branch off and do his thing. And if we ever need to collaborate, or sub out a job to one or the other, then that's what we're going to do. Because we realized that we were two totally different mindsets. And you know,
Well, I've always
he,
been a working maniac. I mean, I've always had my own business in one way, shape, or form. So even though I've been teaching for 20 years, I've always had a side gig of some sort. So now I have my travel business that I run. So I love that because I love to travel. So it's kind of, when I
first,
first
what do
started
you
doing it, wasn't like work, but now it's a pain in the ass. I still
what do
like it.
you teach?
What do I teach?
Mhm.
First grade.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
First,
they're
I don't
crazy.
know if I could do that.
I don't know if I can do it anymore either, to be honest.
I don't like other people's kids unless they're very close to me.
Yeah, I don't like them either, to be honest.
I mean, I feel like I could teach. I'm
Listen, I
very
had a
good
kid
at.
in my class today started crying because he didn't want to do his work, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to see no tears. I'm not even gonna deal with you. You either do it or you're not doing the fun shit we're doing later. That's the bottom line. Straighten up. Oh my God, son
Me,
of a bitch.
you
Kind
sound like a good teacher.
Yeah. Listen, with my kids, they love me and they hate me because they know I'm not going to take any crap. If I threaten you with something, I'm going to follow through. I don't take no lip off of no little fucker. I'm not doing it. You're 5. I've had little 6-year-olds say "fuck you" to me, and you look at them and you go, "Son, if you were my kid, I would whip your ass right now." But you can't do shit.
of,
I mean, I had a kid who would constantly say the word "fuck" all day long. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck, fuck, fuck. So finally, I said to the mom, I'm like, you know, I have a problem with the fact that he says fuck all the time. And she's like, yeah, that's my fault because I say that to him all the time. I'm like, what kind of parent are you? Like, he's fucking 5. Like, what are you doing? Or 6, or whatever. It's ridiculous.
fuck. You guys are putting
Uh-oh.
me to sleep, man.
Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
He's always getting booted.
So it's, teaching used to be fun. I used to really love teaching, but now I hate it because the parents suck.
Well, you're getting into teaching kids with parents from my generation. That's the problem.
It they're it's crazy. Like parents just don't even do anything with their kids anymore.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I'm doing everything in my power to not be me and all of my friends. Anybody that I hang out with from that are my age, we're disgusted by the rest of our generation.
Have you
We're
heard
not.
of the Netflix show called Squid Games?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's a show. It's a series on Netflix where I mean it's an adult. It's an adult thing to watch. Um, but the whole topic of the thing is these adults sign up to play these kid games. So let's say, for example, they're playing red light, green light. Okay. The problem with this game is if you lose, you die. So in red light, green light, when it's red light, you're supposed to freeze. And if you don't freeze, the snipers just shoot you dead and the game continues. So I'm at school and I see these little kids with these little cards. And at the time I had never heard of Squid Games before. And so I asked this kid, what is that card all about? And he's like, "Oh, well, it's from this TV show called Squid Games." I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking Squid Game sounds like, SpongeBob." I'm thinking it's a kid thing,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm like, "Oh,
Hmm.
well, what's it about?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know." And this other teacher was standing next to me and she looks at me and she's like, "Oh my God, Squid Games is an R-rated show that they fucking kill people." I'm like, "What?" So I look at the kid and I'm like, "So you watch this?" And he's like, "Oh no, I don't watch it." And I said, "Oh, okay, but you got the cards." He's like, "Yeah, but I don't really watch it." And I go, well, what's it about? He's like, "Well, it's about these people that get into a game." He starts explaining the whole thing, and I'm like, "So you've seen it?" He's like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "Okay, what are you doing watching that stuff?" Again, the parents
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how restrictive I'm gonna be on my little boy because I had a lot of liberty as a kid, and I feel like it helped me a lot. But I'm probably gonna make up for it in like manners. My little boy was saying "sir" and "ma'am" at 3. Um, I don't. I don't. I'm not one of those parents that's like, oh, I don't whip my son or anything. No, I believe in capital punishment. I believe in consequences. I stick to what I tell him. I'm doing everything I can to not raise a little typical millennial slash Generation Z
Yeah.
offspring, which would be
Well,
good.
that peer pressure is working against you.
Yeah, well. The only
Yeah.
way peer pressure works is if you feel like those people are cooler than you, or you look up to those people. And
Yeah.
the foundation that he's got around him, I mean, I'm only half as cool as some of the family members of his, you know.
Well, I
So
got lucky. I raised two kids, a son and a daughter, and I I never had to, you know, whoop them or anything. They were always in line. They always were respectful. They always knew what to do. I mean, they were great. So I never had an issue with them. They grew up and turned out to be perfect citizens. So that worked out well.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations, because
they're great. We have
it's hard to do.
we have a blast together.
What were
Yeah.
you like as a youth?
I was very shy for most of my school life. And then I hit the 11th grade, and yeah, everything went to total shit.
Rebelled.
Well, I didn't really rebel against anything. I didn't have anything to rebel against. It was just all of a sudden my parents moved to a different place. And so the people that I met in my new school turned me on to weed and turned me, started drinking. And it was, party time, and, people were driving, and, so it was like, it was on.
So
Stayed
up
on.
to 10th grade, were you? Was it Catholic schoolgirl maybe?
No, well,
No.
I didn't go to Catholic school, but I mean, I wasn't doing anything outrageous, illegal, or you know, that I needed to hide from my parents. Now, the other thing too is both my parents are deaf. Neither of them hear.
You're a coda.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So it was easy for me to sneak out of my house at night because nobody could hear me.
I had a friend growing up who was a coda. I'm well versed on that lifestyle. It was culture shock the first time I ever went over there and spent the night.
Yeah, I used to fuck with my friends too. Sometimes they would come over like for dinner, and we'd be sitting at the dinner table with my parents, and I would look at my friend and be like, "So, you want to buy an ounce of weed?" And they would fucking lose their shit because they're like, "Oh my god, what are you talking about? Your parents are sitting right here." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but they can't hear me."
Yeah, I mean, his were really good at reading lips. But I remember we were in the room
I'm good at reading
first.
lips too.
The first time I ever it ever really dawned on me, we were playing video games or something, and they were just cursing up a storm, and I was like, "Dude, your parents." And then I realized that as it was coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
Yeah, it's a whole different way of life. And people would say, well, "Isn't that so weird?" And but it wasn't weird for me because it was the only thing I knew.
And you've signed fluently, then,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh, for sure. Uh-huh. I
Oh,
teach
that's
my kids
cool.
in school to sign too. They love it.
Yeah, I was teaching my little boy, simple things when he was before he could talk, but then he started, like started goo goo gaga in words at 7 months old, so that faded out. But it was a cool idea, you know.
It's a great idea, actually. I taught my kids sign language from the get-go. So they could always tell me what they wanted, even though they couldn't really speak it.
Yeah, and you never know when that could come in handy.
Comes in real handy.
Yeah, I don't know if
My girlfriend and I, her parents were deaf too, and we were in the same class when I was in the third grade. And we we used to sit across the room from each other. And I don't think our teacher knew that our parents were deaf at the time, but we would like sit there, and if we were taking a test or something, we would sign
oh
to
man,
each other. Like, what's the answer for number 10? you know? So we did,
how old was this?
I was in the third grade.
Third, yeah. See, um, I was a let's see the term. I was a very bad, rebellious kid, I guess. For not for any specific reason. I mean, my mom was the youngest of 10. She was kind of a wild child. My dad wasn't around. I just started pushing. the boundaries on everything, and every boundary I would push, I would realize it's not really being held up by anything substantial. So I just I got into a lot of trouble as a kid.
Yeah.
Graduated from a boot camp, um, went to the military, and just recently, when my son was born, he's going to be 6 in March. So it was about when I started straightening up. So um, yeah, I wasn't a easy kid to raise. I guess I feel bad for my mom, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Well,
But
I can honestly say that I have never been arrested. That's not true. No, that is true. I've never been arrested. I was hauled down to the police station one time, but that was just stupidness um, for indecent exposure, actually. But that's another story. But
yeah,
no, I was never arrested. I've never had a DUI. I've never been in a fight per se. So yeah,
um, I
I
got
used to be
arrested.
able to talk my way out of a lot of shit, though. I can honestly say
Oh, I mean, that's not to say I hadn't gotten out of a lot of things, but
that.
first time I was arrested, I was 13.
Oh Lord.
And then a few times since then, no, like hard time or anything like that. Just lock up and getting in trouble. I've been got myself out of trouble more times than into trouble because I guess I was just sharp enough to, get away with stuff. But
Yeah, you definitely got to know. You definitely got to have the art of negotiating when it comes to getting out of
yeah,
trouble.
yeah, definitely. And knowing your place, knowing what you can and can't do, when you can get away with something and when you can't. That's a big
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, been to the depths of society and back up to the top. And I wouldn't take any of it back. No, I don't think my little boy is gonna be able to. I know a lot of people probably say this, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get away with much when it
No,
comes to.
it's different now than it used to be, especially with the internet. Like back when I was growing up, we didn't have cell phones and internet, none of that stuff. Thank God, just no evidence. So it was easy to get away with shit. And I would, and my parents moved from me to a small town in high school, a real small town, out in the country. So it was easy to get away with everything,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, well, that's one thing I do like about being born in the generation that I was born in, because I do remember what it was like before cell phones. Not quite. I mean, I do remember what it was like before the internet, before when you couldn't just go type something in .com and it pulls up a site. You kind of had to have the exact address and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember pre-computer, but I mean, I remember pre-internet,
Yeah.
pre-cell phones and stuff. And I was
My,
just young
my
enough when
first
they
cell
came out.
phone was so big, it came in a bag, like a medic bag. I mean, that's how big
I
that
remember
thing
the
was.
bag phones and car
Yeah, right.
phones.
When they first came out.
We'd only borrow it from grandparents when we were going like out of town or something like that on a trip. But my mom used to give me her beeper when I'd go ride my bike around
Yeah,
town and
the
stuff.
old
And if she
beepers,
paged me, I had to
real
get back.
pagers.
Yeah, I remember all of that. And I was just old enough when everything started evolving real fast to be able to keep up with it. And I'm not like a programmer or a hacker, but I'm pretty decently tech savvy. So I just don't see any blind sides except for like the dumb shit that he watches on his iPad and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of crazy shit out there.
Yeah.
I was teaching a class one year, and I was on this website that was meant for kindergarten and first graders. It was like a cutesy little site that had songs and shit like that. And I was walking by the computer, and this kid was watching this little cartoon thing with a pig and a, I don't know, some other animal, and it had captions on the bottom, the words to the song. And they all had headphones on, so I couldn't really hear what they were listening to. But as I walked by, I noticed the caption on the song was rhyming, and all of a sudden the word well rhymed with the word hell. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I instantly had to yank that kid off of that song because it had fucking cuss words in it. So I emailed the company and I'm like, yo, you got this site meant for little kids, but you have cuss words on it. Like, what's up with that? And, they never did change it, but I had to take it off of my list of places to go because I sure as hell couldn't do that. And then, you think you go to YouTube, and I learned this the hard way too. You go to YouTube and you want to show them something that you think is legit for kids, and then, you know, 2 minutes into it, the next thing you know, it's a fucking porn site or some shit. So yeah, I always make sure I
That's like
watch
TikTok.
whatever I'm doing before I present it to my kids. And every now and then somebody will say, "Oh, I know this website we can use," and I'm like, "No, no, I'm not putting anything on until I see it first." So no, see, you just really never know. Like I typed in one time, I was trying to get a Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze, the cartoon character Mr. Freeze. I don't know if you remember him, but so I pulled him up, the cartoon character, and the next thing you know, some cartoon busty blonde comes out wearing almost nothing, and I'm like, where did she come from? Why is she in my cartoon? So yeah, so I don't play anything unless I look at it first because you just
Oh,
never know.
those busty blondes are trouble.
Yeah, right. Every time. So yeah, you got to be careful about what's out
Is
there.
it? Am I breaking up?
No, not to me.
My sound's not glitchy.
No.
Oh,
Is
maybe it's
mine?
just you coming through.
Do I sound glitchy?
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't know if it's me or. Hmm. I did hear busty blonde.
Is that what you got out of that story?
No, I heard I heard everything you said.
I'm
It's
just
just it's just chopping it up. It might be my earbuds too.
ah. Does the weather
But yeah,
affect your
TikTok is
internet
like that.
down there?
Not that I know of. I mean, like rain and stuff, but it's not. It's not raining.
But I mean, does foul weather interrupt your internet service? Like here, I
Like
never like here all
you
of our
know,
stuff's run underground, so it doesn't matter what it does. I never lose my power. I never lose my internet. Everything's underground, which is nice.
oh, y'all have fiber optic.
Yeah. So my house was
Let
built
me
in
let me
82, which
refresh. Hold on, I
right.
might.
Okay. Better? No?
Still doing it. See if let me see if I
Oh, now you
turn
are
my
getting a little
earbuds off.
glitchy. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you there?
Maybe it's the universe telling you it's late and we need to shut it down.
No, it was my earbuds because I can hear you clear as day now.
Okay.
They're probably dying. I use them a lot.
For
Everything.
do you? I
Um,
never use
I
them
get-
ever.
I usually
Ever.
have music in my ear while I'm working, and I'll answer the phone. I use them on my laptop. I just everything.
Hmm.
I don't like speakerphone and listening to my music while I'm working for a client or
Yeah. What do you listen
stuff
to?
like
What
that.
music do you listen to?
I was a DJ for 6 years, and even
Oh, that's
before
right.
that, I had a very eclectic music taste. So there's probably not much that you listen to that I don't appreciate. I listen to a lot of stuff.
I listen to a lot of Spanish music.
Like Like
That's
what?
all I listen to,
I
actually.
mean, I live
Well,
in
that's not all,
Mexico,
but
basically.
that's my favorite. My car is tuned into the Spanish channel. So in my car, you're only going to hear Spanish music ever.
Like European Spanish, or
Mhm. Just Spanish in general.
was general Spanish in Maryland? Because down here you say Spanish, and I think Mexican.
Yeah, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Spain, whatever. If you're speaking
Oh,
Spanish, you're coming from any number of places.
that's the second time you said something about speaking Spanish. You how
But the last four concerts I've been to have all been Spanish.
what's up with that?
I don't know, man. I think I was Spanish in a previous life or something.
You speak Spanish?
I do speak a little Spanish.
Man, that's the third thing about you that I need to take from you. Is that's the
That's,
only thing stopping me from breaking into that huge part of like my demographic in my the market, the Spanish market down here to
and
get
I can
into.
dance a mean salsa. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, I
Hmm.
can make a mean salsa. I'm serious. I was really big into gardening
I
before
love gardening,
my
actually.
me and my son's mom split up, and I just so happened to grow everything that I needed to make it. So we made salsa a lot.
The last Spanish concert that I went to, Maluma was the artist, and I had great seats. And when I went to go look at the video of the concert, I was in it. And the only way I knew I was in it was because I was the only blonde in a sea of brunettes. And so, boom, there I was, big time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and you
was
were
cool.
sitting down.
No, we were all standing up.
I was about to say, what kind of concert was this?
Nobody, nobody, nobody sits down at a Spanish concert ever. It's like a sing along. It's kind of ridiculous, but the whole entire place knows every word for word, and everybody sings along. It's kind of crazy, but it's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's how it was last time I went to a Justin Bieber concert.
fun. And I can sing along because I know all the Spanish too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, my best friend growing up was Mexican from like first grade on up. I, I mean, I live down here. It's big in Louisiana, but it's even bigger in Houston. I've worked I've worked on 3 or 4 framing crews. Been in construction my whole life. There's nobody that should know Spanish as much as me. I've my aunt is Honduran, and that whole part of my family speaks Spanish.
I've been to Honduras.
I should know Spanish, but
You should.
I know a good bit,
It's
um,
okay.
but not. I'm not fluent. I can't
I'm not fluent
converse.
either.
I wish
Either.
I could though, because
Me too.
it would be really opportunistic for my business if I could.
I'd like to learn Italian too.
It's useless. I don't see the point in that.
Learn
What?
Italian?
Yeah. Why would you? Just for when you go visit there?
I don't know. It just seems kind of a cool thing to do.
I mean, maybe like if you're talking to Vinny, does Vinny even speak
Vinny's
Italian?
going to teach me Italian.
Oh, he does speak Italian.
Oh yeah.
See, I was wondering about his
Oh, he's big
language.
time Italian.
He's because he's I don't know. It's very nuanced, but his English, I can just kind of tell when
You
people's
can tell by the way he writes that he speaks Italian.
that maybe English
Hmm.
isn't his only language. Not like English isn't his first language, because he corrected that the other night. Like he's
Yeah,
not
he was born
from here.
here. Right.
Yeah, but you see a lot of that in YouTube. Like something I've noticed um, in Indians, like dot, not feather. They
Yeah.
use am for I am, like instead of I'm, they'll
Yeah.
say am.
Yeah.
That is a specifically Indian thing.
And the British, when they type or write, they leave the H off the H words, like has is AS, or you know what I mean?
Oh, as
Yeah, they
or
leave all the
in
H's
it,
off.
in it. You'd be like, oh, he's going down the football field, isn't it? You know, I love in it. INNIT. I love everything they use it for. They use it for so much. It's like us saying, right? Yeah.
It's a Southern thing.
I like all the different accents in England too.
Yeah, I
I'm
do too.
fascinated with it.
Yeah, I love different languages, cultures.
Um,
Yeah. But I notice, I don't know if it's a teacher thing or just an inquisitive mind, but I can recognize people by the way they write. Doesn't even matter what their name is. And I know people that change their names just based on the way that they write.
okay, explain.
You can watch the way people spell words. You can watch the way people um, write full sentences or not. Um, and it just, I don't know.
So you mean communicate via text, not specifically like
Not speech, the way they type. Yeah.
right, or not handwriting either.
No, no handwriting. I'm talking
Okay.
about, yeah, typing. Just, yeah, just the
Well,
way they write.
I'm big on. I mean, communication as a whole is probably one of my favorite things. But I'm big on like slang, accents, dialect. Um, like I can always tell if somebody's from south of the Mason Dixon line
Yeah.
or north. You know,
Can,
like I,
can you
I
pick
can
up
always
the
tell a southern
accents?
person.
I feel
Oh,
like when
actually,
I feel like when I go south, my southern accent kicks in big time.
oh, check this out. I've been to Mexico a few times. My very first time going was with my best friend that I referred to earlier. Um, we were 15, 16. So when the sun would go down, we did what every 15, 16-year-old around that area was doing. We'd start drinking. And most of them down there, this is Monterrey, pretty big city in Mexico. And
Mhm.
most of them spoke English, broken English, but
Yeah.
a good bit of English. Well, when we would start drinking, I would pick up their broken English accent,
Yeah.
could not break it. I didn't understand that. And I'd wake up sober the next morning, speaking like myself. As soon as we start drinking again, I'd pick up their broken accent. It was crazy.
That would be crazy. That is funny.
But I'm very good at telling where somebody's from, accents and stuff, and
I was just in
especially
Mexico.
southern.
I was just in Mexico in August.
Where at?
I went down to Playa de Carmen.
You ever been around? I'm about to make an ass of myself because this might not even be Mexico. I know it's the Yucatan area, Chichen
Yeah.
Itza and stuff.
Yeah, that's Mexico.
Okay, Chichen Itza.
Uh huh.
That's another big um, bucket list destination of mine.
Yeah. Tulum down by there. Yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's fun.
don't.
I went down there in August with my niece who is Spanish and 30, and her roommate who is also Spanish and 30, and we had we had a blast. And here's the funny story. So my niece, who I'm really close with, um, and we have a blast together because her and I are a lot alike. She has a roommate, Gigi, who I'd never met before. And I was supposed to go out to Huntington Beach to visit a friend of mine who I met in chat, actually, Tori,
Which
and
one? Which Huntington Beach?
in California.
Okay, that's what.
Yep. So I had my plane tickets. I was ready to go. I was leaving Monday morning, and Thursday she called me from California, and she's like, "I think we ought to postpone because COVID's bad, and we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. Blah blah blah." And I was I was disappointed because I really wanted to go, but I said, "Okay, fine. We'll postpone." Hung up with her, and Not 5 minutes later, my niece called me. She's like, Tia Connie, what are you doing this weekend? And I go, well, I was supposed to be in California, but apparently I'm not going there. And she said, you want to go to Mexico with me? And I said, yes, I do. So she said, I'm going to bring Gigi. And I said, okay, cool. So Gigi kept saying, why are you bringing your aunt? Because she was thinking, I'm nothing like my brother, who is my niece's dad. I'm nothing like him. And she kept thinking, if she kept saying to my niece, if she's anything like your dad, fuck, we don't want her with us. And my niece would be like, she's nothing like my dad. Trust me.
Yeah.
You're going to like her.
You're
So
the cool aunt.
I'm the cool aunt. So we meet, we get along. We get to the airport at, our flight was supposed to leave at 7 a.m. and it got delayed until 9. And the three of us sat in the bar and just did shots after shots after
Got
shots.
trashed.
Got fucking hammered. And we got on the plane hammered. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning. And we got to Mexico hammered. And we ended up having the best time. And
Why'd they originally want to go to Mexico?
because my niece works for Hilton and she could get rooms for like $30. It was all inclusive joint. So what's not to like?
So your brother married
Ecuadorian.
Ecuadorian.
Uh-huh.
Because when you say Spanish, I literally think Spain. I'm used to like the specific.
Well, South America is basically Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically French. But,
Right.
you know, but I don't say French. I say cunas.
Yeah.
You heard that term when you've been in Louisiana?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So yeah, we had a blast in Mexico because my niece is fucking hot as shit, and so the guys were after her all over the place. So we had the best
not
room.
in Mexico.
Oh my god, and she's even brunette. And me being a blonde, I got no problems in Mexico, none.
Yeah.
And so we had the best room because we had a ground level room. So we had not a balcony, but we had a patio that was right at the pool. And so we would sit out on our patio and we would blast Spanish music late at night. And we would be salsa dancing. And all the people that we would meet had met during the day as they were walking by. Big, hey, how you doing? We're like, oh, come on. Next thing you know, we're doing shots of tequila, all night long. And the management comes down like, you ladies got to turn the music down. Okay.
It was just y'all three?
Yeah. Oh, we had lots of, no, it wasn't just us three dancing and drinking. We had.
No, I mean like traveling.
Oh, yeah, the three of us traveled. Mm-hmm.
What about security?
Security as far as what?
Just in general.
You don't know my niece.
Y'all couldn't pack. Not like y'all brought anything down there.
No.
Strong, independent women depending on yourselves.
Oh, yeah. Shit, yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Not a problem at all. I went to Cuba like that. Cuba was a blast. I
guess that sounds, it kind of sounds chauvinistic. I'm like, where were your husbands? But that's not what I was thinking. Just like, I don't know.
No, dude.
I worry about that with anybody in my family, much less like 3 females would just take off and go to another country, especially something like Mexico.
No, we had a blast.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
No waking up in a bathtub full of ice with your kidney gone?
Well, we didn't sleep, so.
Oh, good. That's the key then. If anybody's listening, that's what you do.
Well, I will say this. One morning we woke up and there were a pair of boxers on a flagpole on our balcony, on our patio.
It wasn't y'all, I'm assuming.
No, it wasn't one of ours.
Oh, okay. You seem like a boxers type chick.
Just got left behind.
Yeah.
Actually, I do wear boxers here around my house.
Yeah. And it's the same the other way around. I wear a thong around just to be comfortable.
I need a picture of that. I'm gonna need a
Okay.
picture of that.
Okay. It only goes over one hip. It's kind of like a sling.
I remember when I first started wearing them, people would always say to me, "How can you wear those? How can you have that, you know, up in your ass all the time?" And it gets to a point where you don't even know they're there. It's not even like that. And then I tried to go back to wearing the other kind, and I couldn't even deal with those at all. So I never went back.
When I was DJing, one of the girls thought it'd be funny to get me the exact thing I was just joking about, a one hip banana hammock thong type thing, and I guess they thought I wouldn't ever wear it. So we shut the club down one night, and I went change into it,
Oh, no
and
way.
then put the clean up the club playlist on, and me and a bunch of the security guys had a bunch of fun on the stage, kind of giving the girls a show. So
I'm sure they like that.
don't threaten me with a good time. I'm down,
I've been to a couple of strip clubs. They're
male or
also
female.
different. They're also different from each other. You never really know what to expect when you walk in. I went to one strip club where it was like you had to bring your own booze.
Texas is like that. It blew my mind.
Yeah, it was weird,
Yeah,
but it was cool. I mean,
yeah. We sat there with an ice chest
yeah,
and got every girl that came by drunk. It was pretty fun.
yeah, it was a fun time. The food was good, for real.
Yeah, we had a kitchen at. Sometimes when I wanted extra hours, I would work the kitchen. And I've done service industry jobs before and stuff. I'm kind of a bit of a cook fanatic. I like to cook. I mean, I'm Cajun, so it's not a big surprise. I love to cook.
Yeah,
I like good food.
yeah.
You cook?
I used to. Cooking for one person is just not that much fun.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you. So ever since me and my son's mom split, I cook when my little boy's at my house, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to cook a lot, but not so much anymore. I mean, I like to cook, and cooking with someone's fun.
Yeah, that's it. I was just about to say I'll cook to show off for a female, but
Yeah,
that's about it. Or like if I'm craving something like one of the staples of my childhood, like etouffee or jambalaya or something, or like it's getting when it's cold like this, I'm do a gumbo. I
my
like,
last serious relationship, which lasted 12, 11 or 12 years, we had our first date cooking together. Yeah, and then he never left.
who's a better cook?
um, well, no, I guess we were both kind of equal. No, but no, I mean, we both cooked together. It wasn't like one person cooked for the other. We both did, we did it together, literally. So
Yeah,
that worked out.
I've never dated a chick that could cook better than me. That would be interesting. I'd probably have to like date Rachel Ray or something, and
Dude,
I don't think.
you know how many times I've said out loud, it would be so fucking nice to have some guy living here that just would cook for me. Like that would just be the ultimate thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many girls my age just don't appreciate it.
Man, that would be the bomb. I would love that.
Yeah. I mean,
Or at least somebody that was interested in it, at least.
yeah, I think that's kind of culturally where I grew up. Like most of the men I grew up around did a lot of the cooking.
Really?
My
See, up
dad,
here, it's a complete opposite.
yeah,
Men don't cook around here, ever.
yeah. Well, they want you. I mean, y'all should be barefoot and in the kitchen, barefoot
Right?
and pregnant.
Yeah.
Again, no. I mean, you would think the South would be more, old school, chauvinistic like that. But
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you?
I tell people all the time, like, that's just because you hadn't met Southern women. Like, Southern women aren't the docile, submissive women and Southern men aren't these like hardcore men's men
No, the
like
women ran the
everybody thinks.
show behind the
And
scenes.
I love
They,
being from the South.
yeah, I always love the South. All my relatives are still down there.
What are you in Maryland for?
Because when my mom and my dad, remember I told you they were deaf, so they lived at the Georgia School for the Deaf. Um, they started in kindergarten and they lived there until 12th grade. And then when they got out of school, my dad applied for a job with uh, the government printing office in Washington, D.C., because they had a night crew that was made up of all deaf people. I don't know why, but so he got the job. And so that's why they relocated up here to Maryland.
And
We just stayed here. But man, we used to have to drag ass down south every year, every summer, every holiday, blah, blah, blah. We get in the car, we drive all the way down. Most of my family was in Atlanta or Bainbridge, Georgia.
what's the drive like?
Hell.
How many hours?
um, I'd say probably 10. I used to drive it all the time too.
I was about to say I'm making the kids take a shift if I'm driving 10 hours.
Well, back then we weren't driving age.
No, you're still driving though, and that has nothing to do with it. I'm not driving a full 10 hours unless I'm on my bike.
Ugh, how can you spend 10 hours on a bike?
Um, just love it.
Listen, I used to have my motorcycle license. I took my motorcycle class just so I would know how to do it. And I was the only female that ended up uh, at the end of the class because the rest of them bailed. We had this one girl. We had to take our class in like a big ass parking lot, and it had one tree, only one tree in the parking lot, and she managed to run into it on her bike. And that was last time we saw her. But I did pass that class first time out. So I used to drive motorcycles all the time, and I loved it. And I really liked the off-road motorcycles. So like the dirt tracks and stuff. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I grew up on dirt bikes and four wheelers and stuff. I
Yeah,
got
me
my
too.
motorcycle endorsement, my first one when I was 17. I don't even really remember the driving test. I think it just watched me go around a block that didn't have anything on it, so he could see me the whole way. I don't
Yeah.
remember, but that's the last
But then
I've had since.
I started dating a guy who uh, was big into Harleys, which is fine. And we were supposed to go out one night. And for some reason, I didn't end up going. But that night, he ended up getting into a terrible motorcycle accident, got hit by a car, and lost his leg. And had I been on the back of that bike, would have been some serious shit probably. And that freaked me out so bad that I never got on a bike again, ever.
Damn, I have a little cousin right now. He's in his mid 20s, uh, with the mindset of probably 13 or 14 year old because he just recently got in a pretty bad motorcycle accident, and I feel bad because it doesn't phase me at all. It doesn't make me stop. It's not gonna make me stop. Um, it's just been my mom almost. Oh, she probably stressed 10 years off her life when I got my first bike because I used to be into sport bikes. I used to just want to go fast, and
See, that's the problem with me. I love to go fast. I like fast cars. I like fast bikes. I like fast horses. I mean, I got to drive a Lexus. And up here, one of the highways we drive on that I drive on regularly um, is a 70-mile-an-hour road. So everybody goes 80. It's a given. But I'll get to the point where I'm like going I looked at my speedometer. I'm going like 95, and I
Well,
don't even know. It doesn't even feel like I'm going that fast.
that
But
probably has a lot to do with the Lexus too.
yeah, Lexus
It's-
loves to go fast. I mean, I hit that thing at 100 miles an hour before I realized that I was going that fast.
What what model is it?
It's a Lexus 350 Sport.
Is it a it's a like a coupe or
No, it's a what do you call it? A like a like an SUV maybe?
yeah, like a what do they call them? Hybrid SUVs.
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
car.
I'm pulling up a picture of my old bike and my new bike just to show you the contrast of it. It's one extreme to the next basically. But um yeah, my mom wasn't happy, but she knew she couldn't really stop me, you know. Like you raised me on dirt bikes and other motorized vehicles, recreational vehicles. It's only it's only gonna happen that I end up on a. This is me at 17, right after I bought my first bike. You see the high and tight. That's
Yep.
um, I joined the army at 17 too, and then this is my baby now.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a big boy now. I got a cruiser.
You
But
just have one bike?
yep, yep, uh, yeah, just one. My father-in-law, my son's got a motorcycle already. That
He's what,
my
5? How old is he?
well, he got it before 5.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're a motorcycle family. But yeah,
Yeah, I had to give it up. It kind of freaked me out.
I mean, it should freak me out because you can't. That's him on his grandpa's iron horse.
Ooh, that's a nice
Yeah,
bike.
that'll probably be his one day. You know.
Yeah. That's a cool thing, though, to be able to hand that stuff down to your kids and your grandkids. I think that's cool.
Yeah, it is unless your bike is way shittier and grandpa's bike is way cooler and he's not gonna even care about dad's bike. But I'm not mad at it. Oh well,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah,
my little
no,
boy,
I can't do them anymore.
what's
I mean,
that?
I could. I probably could, but I don't know. I don't know if, like, if you said, Connie, jump on the back of my bike and let's go so and so, I'd probably jump on the back and go, but I wonder if I would have like anxiety over it. I don't know.
I guess it probably just depends on who you're riding with.
Maybe.
Mm. I don't know if like when I had my first bike, I almost never took anybody, my girlfriend at the time or anything like that. I put my sister on the back and went down my parents' road and tried to scare the shit out of her, or, you know, friends, but it was never, I knew not to put anybody on the back because I wouldn't even,
Oh, look, it's working, man. Hey,
yeah.
Ram.
What's up, Ram? Where's everybody else?
They're all lightweights.
Yeah,
Well, it is 3:30 in the morning here.
yeah, that's probably what it is.
But Ram's out in California, so it's only midnight for him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Midnight in like what, August, right? That's how the time difference works.
What?
Yeah, right. It's Easter.
It's always 3 hours different.
You're an hour ahead, huh? Yeah, you said 3:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked at my clock. It's 2:30.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the central is the actual time that it is, though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's what Santa Claus goes by.
Well, he would know.
Yeah.
Say it's only 12:30 where Ram is.
When you said school, I thought you meant you were in school for something.
Oh, like going to school like a student?
Yeah.
Nah, those days are over for me.
I mean, maybe. I figured you were just doing it for fun or just for personal knowledge or something.
Nope, it's my career.
What's the school like that you teach at?
What's it like?
Hmm.
As far as what?
I mean, it's a public school. It's a
It
big
is a
school.
public school. It's a public school, yeah. We have about 500 kids in our school. Hmm.
And is it like, is it
It's
inner
very,
city or?
it's very diverse. It's not inner city, but it's very diverse. So we have a little bit of everything, and we have a lot of programs at our school. So we have a gifted and talented program where kids come from wherever because they're smarter than the rest. We have a special ed program for kids that um, are, you know,
I have a friend that's she's a special ed teacher.
yeah. So we have those. So we have a lot of different programs at our school. So we have a lot of different kids that come.
And I have another friend who's a teacher that she teaches kids that are of a second language coming
Yeah.
to try to speak English. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah. For some reason, teachers. I have a few friends that are teachers, more than a couple.
Yeah.
And you, it's
It
weird.
used to be a decent profession. It's not so much. It's no fun anymore, but it used to be.
Well, I mean, is it still the most common thing I hear all the time is the pay is shit?
You pay a shit for what you do.
I mean, especially if you were like in the construction, in the, like general contracting, and owning your own business.
I've always owned a business of some sort.
Yeah, what's the travel thing?
I sell travel, so I sell. I used to. I mean, my niche was honeymoon, so I used to do a lot of honeymoon. So cruises, resorts, whatever, train, you name it. So I get paid commission on any trips that I book. So yeah, it's
Why would somebody
fairly lucrative.
go through a third party?
I'll tell you why. Let me give you my speech.
Go
So
ahead.
here's the deal. If you called me up and said, Connie, I need you to do a trip for me because I want to go to Belize,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm taking my girl with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You would not pay me a cent, all right? But I would do all the travel arrangements. I would book everything. I'd set everything up. So you would do nothing. The advantage to that is A, it doesn't cost you anything for my services because I get paid by the resort or the cruise line. And B, anytime you have an issue at all with anything, all you have to do is call me. I will fix whatever your problem is. If you're out there by yourself, what are you going to do? I can also tell you where you want to go and where you don't want to go. I can give you the best bang for your buck. I can hook you up with excursion. You know what I mean?
I was just about to make a joke. Like I would call you and be like, Connie, these are not the hookers that I ordered.
And I would say, all right, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to hook you up. Let me get some better ones for you.
Damn. And what's
Yeah.
and
here's
this
the
is
other thing
your
too.
startup?
If you decide, you know what, I'm not gonna go with you, Connie. I'm gonna decide to go with Expedia, okay? Because they're cheaper. Okay, great. Do that. Here's what's gonna happen to you. A, you're gonna get the shittiest flight with the shittiest layover because it's probably the cheapest thing to do. You're also gonna get the shittiest room in the resort because you are not technically a customer of the airline or the resort. So they're not obligated to you to do anything. So if an airline is booked, overbooked, which they always do, and they have to boot somebody, who do you think is the first person they're going to boot?
I
They're going
got
to boot you because you're not a customer of mine, of the airline, and they're not obligated to you. So you're screwed. And you can't do shit about it. So you're going to be standing right there in the airport and they're going to say, sorry, you don't have a flight. We canceled you. And who are you going to call? No one.
Ghostbusters.
You're not going to call no one.
Oh,
Ghostbusters can't even help you.
I thought that was the answer.
But if you go through me, you are now a client of mine, which makes you a client of the airline, which makes them obligated to get you where you're going. Even if that flight's canceled, it doesn't matter. They have to get you there. You know what I mean?
So you know all the little tricks, like when the best time to take a flight is,
Oh,
how far
absolutely.
apart to have the round trip and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because I looked up when I just went to Jersey, and from Houston to Jersey was like $150.
Okay, wait. I have to answer Simba's question because he wants me to roar, and I have no idea how to roar. So just let me throw that out there. Do you know how to roar, Caleb?
Yeah, I roar all the time.
Can you roar for Simba, please?
Roar. That's my war cry. Simba's a Leo. That's why he's one of like 12 Leos that frequent around here. Me and EQ's a Leo. It's, they're like they're everywhere. What's uh what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn because I was born on Christmas Eve.
Whoa, I don't think I know. My mom might be a Capricorn. December 29th?
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh, my mom's a Capricorn.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm the best
Christmas
sign
Eve is
there is.
probably the worst day to have a birthday.
What?
All right, here. This is for Simba. You ready? You ready, Simba? All right, get ready. There's a roar for you.
At first, I thought you were flushing a toilet, and then I was like, oh no, she's just possessed.
I just pulled a lion roar up out of YouTube.
What is what's August 5th, Ram? Which one is that? It's not Virgo, huh? September.
August 5th is Virgo, I believe.
No, that's September-ish.
No, my mother's born in August. She's a Virgo.
Late August, though?
Yeah, late August.
Yeah, because September
It
is
would be Cancer, maybe.
no, that's June. Oh yeah, June 30th.
July.
July.
My
Okay,
son's
no.
born July, middle of July. He's Cancer.
So it's what's between Cancer? Oh, Leo, another Leo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm the best sign that there is.
When's your birthday?
February 20th.
And what sign is that?
Pisces.
Pisces, the water sign.
The sign. The last of the zodiac, the godfather. The best. Do you know any Pisces?
um, does it go into March?
No, March is what my son is, and that starts Aries.
Oh, okay, then that would be a no for me.
It's two fish, Ram, and they're 69. Yeah, I mean Martin Luther King Jr.,
Ram wants to
George
be a Pisces now.
Washington. There's so many good Pisces out there.
Ram wants to be Pisces now.
Yeah, DK, and there's so many people on YouTube that I've met over the years. It's
I've met some
crazy.
cool people. I will say I've met some cool people in chat over YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. People
You
think I'm
know
crazy when I even say it out loud. They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Seriously, I've met some really cool people."
what's insane to me is like most of the world doesn't even know YouTube has chat rooms.
I know. I know. I didn't know. Who knew? I think it wasn't until we were all locked in, locked down, that people came out of the woodwork because they didn't know what else to do.
Even still, no, because I mean, it was a big thing even
Yeah, who
before
knew?
all of that, you
I
know?
had no clue. And actually, when I got into chat, I had no idea that I was getting into chat because what I was doing at the time was skimming around for travel stuff. I was doing travel stuff. And so I had people that wanted to go to Venice. So I said, all right, let me check out Venice. So I thought, well, let me just check out this Venice site and let me look around real quick because I was booking a trip for them. And then I fell in love with it because it was the rolling Venice site. So they would show like one, one portion of Venice and then another and then another and then another. And I just fell in love with it. And then I looked over one day and I saw this like running chat thing,
Hmm.
and then I started really looking at it and kind of started reading it, and some of the stuff just would crack me up. And then I thought, all right, let me let me dip my foot in here. And so, I kind of jumped in. Just I didn't really say much or do much, but the people were so nice and everybody was so friendly. And the next thing I knew, I met somebody that lived right down the street, right, near the bay from me. And so the conversation started. And next thing you know, it was on. Like every night we would go in there and just howl laughing. It was ridiculous. Next thing you know, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what?
I fell in love with the trolls.
The trolls.
Yeah, I liked getting into it with the trolls. That was fun for me. It's always been like a social sharpening type thing. I don't know. I deal with a little bit of social anxiety, I guess. Most vets do, but I mean, you got that filter on YouTube until I started live streaming. You can. It's just my picture and my name. So it's just you don't have a war of words. Okay, I grew up with your mama jokes. Let's do it.
Right.
And I just enjoyed it too much, and then started meeting good people over time, and that's what kept me. I came for the trolls, stayed for the good people.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I came for the good people and stayed for the trolls. No, it's
who's
playing.
your favorite troll?
I don't really have a favorite troll.
What? You don't have one that you like that's just hilarious to you?
No. Do
Oh
you?
man, yeah, I've got a handful of them.
Name.
Gotti, Gotti's probably my number one right now. Brock Hershey.
Oh yeah, I know Brock.
I mean,
I mean, everybody knows Brock.
yeah, exactly. You think that's Brock?
And Mike Harrison, Mike H. He's a
Uh,
lifer.
I don't know him. I know I've seen
No,
him. I've seen him, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Ram Silk. Like that's not Brock. That's what I like about Brock so much. He never breaks character. I like those
I know,
trolls that
right?
never break character.
Are you going to give your fame knockout punches? What does that even mean? My fame knockout punches. What is that?
Hmm.
What is that, Simba? I don't know what you mean.
Any idea why or how? Well, I don't know. But yeah, I like the guys that never break character. Like we had, there used to be a guy named Bob Barker, and
Bob Barker?
he was hilarious.
Never seen that name. I've seen Gotti's name, but I've never seen him. I've never seen him post anything I thought was funny.
I don't
Maybe I
know.
haven't looked.
I kind of know. I get to know him. Like Will Durant.
Yes.
We talked about Will. I got to know Will. I got to know Gotti, and I guess the backstory makes him more. Gurf. I don't know Gurf. Gurf blocked me for some reason. A lot of. I'm not gonna stroke my own dick here, but a lot of guys will block me. Um, I just assume it's like some type of intimidation factor, but I'm really I'm a nice guy most of the time. You know, I appreciate a troll that'll go up against me, but What was the lie about?
I
I don't know.
don't know.
But like, there's a handful of guys that Dutchy had me blocked for a while. I didn't know why. Gurf had me blocked. Todd had me blocked for a while. Might still have me blocked. Um, I don't know. I don't know why they do.
Listen, I eventually had to block Brock because I couldn't. I mean, in the beginning, it's all fun and games, and that's great. But when I was at the marina, um, I mean, I ran the show there. That was like my thing. That's why they call me the queen of the marina. And so I said to Brock, Brock, you can come here anytime you want, and we can have a conversation anytime you want. We can talk about anything. But the second you start talking about that silk bullshit, I'm blocking you. I mean, that's the deal. So let's make a deal. And he's like, all right, deal. And I was like, okay, cool. And he would come in and we would chat and he would go and everything was great. And then one day he made the fatal mistake of coming in and talking that shit. And I gave him a fair warning. I said, look, you're breaking my deal. This is not the deal we made. I don't want to block you, but you're making me do it. So I'm gonna give you this one warning, but the next time it's the block button, buddy. And it lasted for a little while. And then sure enough, he came in one day and silked it up. I had to hit the block button.
Oh, you're a dictator. Capital Dick.
Look, I gave him fair warning. I made a deal. And
I'd
like
be
I told you before, when I strike a deal, I follow through.
I'd be willing to bet his name's not Brock Hershey.
Well, now he comes around as Gage, I'm thinking.
Well, that's probably not the only one that he's got.
I'm sure. But you can tell Gage is him because it's the exact same pattern of speech.
It's hilarious to me that he's so good at, because he's either really like that and throw it off, which I don't think is the case, or he's just hilarious and sticks to his character. And there's something about that. I fell in love with that with drill sergeants, I guess. Like the best drill sergeants to me were the ones that never broke character. They were that machine the whole time.
Yeah.
They almost come off as not human. They're better than you at everything. They're bigger, faster, stronger. They're there when you wake up. They're there when you go to sleep, and they never break, no matter what funny or sad or stressful happens. So people who play characters like that and can keep it in character, I like it.
Yeah.
But I'd be willing to bet that's not his thing. The whole silk thing. So I'll go along with it. He'll be like, Caleb, be a girl for me. And I'll be like,
I've seen
no,
that.
Brock, I was a girl last time. Like, this time you're going to be my girl. And we're going to like polyester, something like that. I go with it. I mean, you met Toilet Girl?
Yep. Well, I've seen it, I've seen her around in Pines. She used to hang out in Pines, but I don't think I've ever had a conversation with her, to be honest.
I think she's real.
Real
Like,
what?
The character.
Yeah.
I'm not lying, which freaks me out. I think she's got a thing with, I don't know. I think she's real. Who else is there? Will's always in the chat room in some form or fashion. Next time he's in there, I'll not point him out, not call him out, but I'll find a way to.
But you get in our little chat. That's what you do. Just come over in our little chat and you'll be like, psst, Connie.
Tessa.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of that action.
Tessa's not real. Tessa is Will. There is no Tessa.
Are you serious? How do you know that?
Okay. Ginger and Matt will disagree. Because I think there is a Tessa. But anytime you've seen Tessa in the chat room, it's been Will.
Well, like all the time since the beginning of time?
You've never seen the real Tessa.
Is there a real Tessa?
Maybe, I think maybe a long time ago, maybe she frequented, or and then Will fell in love with her, and then just took over the idea that that Tessa and him were a thing or whatever. I think Matt, like our Matt, I think Matt
Yeah.
might have known Tessa, the real Tessa,
Okay.
or Matt might have gotten catfished by Will. I don't know. I don't, but
So how
supposedly
about the Drew Will Dennis whole thing?
Will,
All of them?
not all of them, but the Tessa, if they are real, the Tessa that they were involved with was because Ram, he did it. He does it to like when I first met Will, he fell in love with, I think her name was Gina, not not Gina Parker. It was a Gina maybe, and they catfished him. They made him think that they were really liking him, and they told him that there was this mystery girl that liked him. And Will's like in his 40s, but he comes off as a kid because he's just playful all the time. And I'm pretty sure he lives with his parents. And
Is he missing a link there somewhere?
he's wearing
Did he ride the short bus?
Will?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's like 2 steps away from being a school shooter though. You know.
That's
Uh,
crazy. That's
well,
scary.
I mean, what was, oh, hey, Chase. But I don't know. Will, I talked to him on the phone once a long time ago. I know he's real. I've spoken to him since. Like in chat and stuff on Hangouts. I know he's real. Um, we have an up and down kind of relationship. He's not a bad dude. He's an expert troll and an expert cloning troll.
I can see
I
it on his
remember.
resume now.
I
What are
remember
your
when
what are your
Will
rights?
Hayden, when Billy Hayden wasn't crazy. He was a normal guy at one point.
What do you think pushed him over the edge?
Like the whole JC crew, I guess. I don't know JC or her crew or that side or anything.
I don't either.
I've been lucky to dodge all of that for a while, but I don't hear like really good things about them. Every time I hear their name, it's in a negative. You know,
Yeah,
Mm,
they rag on each other all the time.
yeah. Um, Johnny Dogballs, you know him?
Uh-huh.
That used to be um, Petros Papadakis.
Oh,
I
really?
knew I knew him as Petros.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, me and Petros used to get along a lot. Now we just are acquaintances because we've locked horns a few times. He used to. I don't know if he still does. Like to drink, and when he gets drunk, that ain't my type of people. Can't handle your alcohol.
He had
But
another name too, didn't he?
Sean,
Trying to think of what it was.
Sean something.
No, it's something different, I think. I don't know.
Sean something was his alter ego, and Rusty. You know Rusty.
I've I've heard that name a lot lately.
Rusty is Rusty's cool. I'm cool with her. She's the nemesis to the whole JC crew.
Okay, so here's how I heard of that name recently. Um, JC's niece came out, and apparently they're blaming Rusty for cloning her just in the last couple days.
Yeah. Look, Rusty is really cool. I'm cool with her.
Oh, Rusty's a her.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, and she'll admit this. She's been attacked by that clique so much that she's kind of stooped a few times to their level and done some shit she's not proud of. which I get, I understand. I couldn't see myself doing it, but you know, I don't. I've never been in that position, and I don't get the whole like fear of doxing and stuff. I use my real name. I'll throw my email address out there if somebody asks for it. Like, I'll dox myself. You can have my address. Like, what you gonna do? I'm not hard to find anyway. Come on.
What are they gonna do? Show up at your house? Yeah, not likely.
Bad day for them if they do.
Right.
But I understand why some people might be worried about that. I just don't take a lot of keyboard warriors seriously. Like,
why is Ram's picture on your picture?
Oh, because I can.
Watch. Oh, is that stuff that he's posted in chat?
Yeah, look, I can.
I like that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's me. Oh, that's cool. I like that. This is the first time I hear you. This is the first time anyone's heard me, Simba.
Really? You didn't come on?
Never. You're the first. You're my first, Caleb.
Oh, awesome. Johnny wants Kim. Which Johnny? Johnny L?
Johnny wants Kim. Johnny wants anything that blows his way.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a let's just go with ladies, man.
Who? Johnny?
Yeah.
He's just a smooth talker, that's all.
Yeah, my Johnny.
Your Johnny. Your cellmate?
Not cellmate.
Your jail bitch?
That's it. I don't disrespect him by calling him my bitch, but let's just call him.
You're Johnny. Ram's like, you're Johnny, Caleb.
Yeah, my Johnny. My Johnny's good enough.
All right. Simba, I don't know how to roar. Do you want me to just fake it or try it?
I don't know if he means roar.
All right, I don't know either. Like a lion roar? Like a roar, like that kind of roar?
Well, he just mentioned first time ever hearing you. Maybe he's got something for your voice.
Maybe. How does my voice sound anyway?
No hard accent, no, nothing stand out, nothing bad.
So if you didn't know I was from Maryland, where would you say I was from?
I would pick like up north somewhere,
right.
But nowhere with like a Maryland.
Considering you thought the Mason-Dixon line was in Georgia, let's just start there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say somewhere near the Mason-Dixon line. I'd say somewhere above the Mason-Dixon line.
But below New York.
But not New York, not Jersey. Nowhere with a hard accent. No Chicago, no Wisconsin.
Lazy.
Yeah, nothing like that. I'd pick like Indiana maybe or Montana, something like that. Something very just
Americanized.
I guess eclectic, because it seems like the more eclectic.
I can talk in my Spanish, my Southern twang if I want to.
Oh man,
I can be fixing to do whatever you want me to do.
When I first moved to Texas, I used to make fun of them so much that I would go home from work and couldn't break it. And I'd come back home to Louisiana and people would call me out on it. And I'd be like, no. But now I'm realizing my son's going to have that accent. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they're sponges at that age.
Yeah. Yeah. He is quite the little.
Simba's happy with my roar. Yay.
Let's go purr. Simba, why don't you ever come on? I want to know what a Fijian accent sounds like. Come on and do the haka. Yeah, I talked to EQ last night. He wanted it to.
EQ was on chat last night, actually.
Mm-hmm. Late too.
Yeah, very late.
EQ's not real.
What? He's on your panel.
He's an artificial intelligence. I'm not lying. He's not real. He lives in the Ethernet. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's AI.
EQ?
You ever seen him?
Wait, isn't that the guy with the southern twang that we were talking about? I sound like my cousin?
Yeah, it was programmed.
No.
Yeah. No, I just
He's,
mess with EQ all the time. Cause like I didn't realize it till a friend of mine asked me, like you never see him? I was like, no, no, I haven't. I mean, I've seen older pictures of him and stuff like that because I have his Facebook, but I've never seen him when he goes live and stuff. And I didn't realize until that point. It'd been like 5 years and I'd never seen him. And I was like, EQ, you're not real, or you're an AI or something like that. I'm suspect of everybody. If I see
yeah.
a female period in YouTube chat, I'm like, it's probably a guy. Until they say something that indicates that they're probably a female, and then I'm like, well, it's definitely not that picture. Like I didn't believe Steph was her picture. I probably was suspect of you when I saw it. You know, anything like that. I'm just suspect.
Well, what is it that makes you uh, not suspect?
Um,
That what makes you jump ship to believe that they're really real?
being getting personal with them, like you probably crossed that line into the safe zone when I joined the chat.
Well, yeah.
Because like your picture, especially the little icon, you look like you're in a pageant wearing dress.
I'm actually
Um,
walking my daughter down the aisle at her wedding.
well, I mean, it's a very formal looking picture. So I'm like,
And
oh,
isn't that a nice thing for her to ask me to do? I was very honored, actually.
why would she pick you instead of the tradition?
She did, her dad did walk her also, but she was, her and I are so close that she said to me, I want you to walk me down the aisle along with dad because you raised me and I I would be honored to have you walk with me and you I don't want to uninvite dad, but if I had to choose, I would choose you, but I'm going to choose both. So I said, okay. So we both walked.
Hmm.
My daughter and I are really close.
Did she make her husband take her last name?
No.
Oh, hmm. I was wondering if she was just going backwards with a lot of things.
No, no, no. She was just, it was just a personal thing for us.
Yeah, I'm not huge on tradition, except for with a few things. Like me and my son's mom weren't married, but my son's last name was going to be mine, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
than that, that's cool, you know. Uh, and I don't know. I don't get weddings. I think you can alter anything in a wedding because who cares? But,
And my daughter, when she had, see, we're, like I said, we're really close. So we do a lot of stuff together. So when she had her bachelorette party, she invited me to go. So we went, uh, we went to the beach, her and all her girlfriends and me, which, I'm twice their age. So, but I can hang. I
mm,
don't care what you say, I can hang. So one of the things that we did was we took a pole dancing class, all of us.
oh, I thought you were gonna say y'all got a stripper.
No, no. Well, we did that too, actually.
Yeah, that's the way to
But
go.
but I'll say this: the girls were so weirded out about me being there with the stripper that I left. I left
Oh,
them. I left them with the stripper, but I wasn't far, and I came back. After the show was over, but they were still there hanging around. So I did end up hanging out with the dude, but I did leave them to do their own little stripping thing.
you should have just broke the ice and you know either give him a lap dance, let him give you a lap dance, whatever. That would have really like you know, loosened up the atmosphere a little bit.
Well, I should post a picture of him. I did actually come back, and they, like I said, they were still there, and we did actually hang out. We started drinking together, doing shots together, and he started hanging out with me because he's closer to my age than he was to theirs.
Yeah.
So he was like, "I'm just gonna hang with you." I'm like, "Come on, baby, hang out."
And he's
So
probably gay, so he's probably fun to hang out with.
yeah, hey, gay guys are the best to hang out with.
Most male strippers, a lot of male strippers.
This guy definitely was not gay. Let me just say that. Well, I can't say definitely, but he had a definite interest in the females there.
So you took advantage of this young man.
Well, I wouldn't say I took advantage.
He fully consented.
That's right.
I got you. You know, Ram
Yeah.
would be a perfect stripper,
Yeah, he would.
right?
Yeah, he would. He's got the look. He's got the
Yeah.
body too.
Like every time he pops up in the chat room, I can just hear like, mm.
You should do that. Can you type that? You should type that.
I gotta figure out how to spell it. Yeah, I will.
We'll spell it phonetically. He'll get it.
I might have dabbled,
That's hilarious.
but yeah.
Let me look outside and see how much snow we got. Ooh. Oh yeah, we ain't going to school. I better hope we ain't going to school because shit, I'll be leaving in 3 hours.
Man,
That'd be a problem.
yeah, dozing off at the desk.
Yeah, I've had that happen several times.
Oh
Now
man,
I actually fall asleep, but man, I've been close. That's because I'm a night owl. Big time.
ditto.
Big time.
Me too.
Like if I have a flight to go somewhere, let's say I have to be at the airport at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning,
I'm staying
I
up.
just don't even go to sleep.
Yep.
I just stay up. That's what I
Most
did when I went to Mexico. I didn't even sleep, and I ended up at the bar at 7 o'clock doing shots of tequila. But it didn't really seem like morning to me because I hadn't slept yet. It was like the continuation of the night.
yeah.
That was bullshit.
I drive 2 hours out here to work, and usually
Damn.
I stay out here all week and then drive 2 hours home. Most Sunday nights, I'll just stay up the whole night, just because that leaves me Monday after working all day crashing.
See,
hard
that's the
that night.
problem with me, though. Here's the thing. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning here. You know I'm not going to get a whole lot of sleep no matter what I do. And tomorrow I'll feel like I'm dragging ass. And you would think that tomorrow night by 8 o'clock I'd be done. But that's not going to happen. I
Yeah.
might get tired and I might start getting a little tired, but that second wind kick in by 10 o'clock and boy, I'm done. I'm up for the next 5 hours. It's crazy.
Yeah, or you lay down, your eyes closed for 30 seconds, and they open back up for some reason, and your body thinks you're rejuvenated. That happens to me
Not
all
me.
the
When
time.
I hit my bed, it's over. It's lights out.
I either
And
sleep
if it
really
isn't lights
hard or
out, I
really
know how to make it lights out.
how.
You know how. You do the
Oh,
same thing.
I thought you were being legit because, like, in basic training, I had to teach myself how to put myself to sleep because you get into the barracks and you're still wired from the day, but you got to wake up at 4:45 in the morning. So you teach yourself like breathing exercises and stuff.
Yeah, because you can't be jerking off in a barracks.
Fuck, why you can't?
Can you?
I mean,
Do you?
why not?
Because there's a guy sleeping underneath you? Don't matter?
Probably doing the same thing.
You're probably right.
You know, I don't remember a lot of jerking off in basic training because I was always really tired. But like Iraq, we all had our little blankets, like, hanging from the roof or the bunk. You knew what everybody was doing when they go to bed.
Yep.
You know?
Best way to go to sleep. I
Or
don't know
you
why
just
Ram's having such a problem.
you just pick off one of the smaller soldiers. Like Johnny. Johnny was my target.
He would make the perfect bitch, wouldn't he?
Small and cute like that, real nice, doesn't fight back. Yeah, he's my type.
That's
He he'd probably be Allison's bitch too.
yeah, yeah, I can see that.
She's very aggressive.
Yes, she is. I like that about her, though.
Yeah.
She cracks me up. She's fun.
Well, oh wait, is Matt her bitch right now?
No,
No.
no,
Did they have a thing?
yeah,
Yeah, it was something. I could feel the, I guess, tension.
yeah, they did. But she said that neither of them were willing to relocate, so they just ended it.
Oh wait, you talking about relocating?
Yeah, they had a thing going, like a real thing, like a
Oh
real
man,
life thing.
damn. So Matt's single.
Yeah, yeah,
Dibs.
no, no.
No. Matt's I know where he's from. I know the little town. He's cool ass too.
Mm-hmm. Do you know Fire Lily? She's down there too.
I do know Fire Lily, but I thought, see, there's a lot of Texans that are in the chat rooms.
She lives right outside of the French Quarter, like 15 minutes outside of the French Quarter,
Huh.
right on a lake.
Yeah, Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, you know Lake Pontchartrain, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. She probably lives on the North Shore.
She does.
You ever
I
met
believe.
Tommy Maudeuse?
Uh-uh.
Tommy's Tommy's much older than everybody on the planet. I think he's like 5 years older than Dirt or something like that. I always mess with him, but he is up there. I don't know how old he is, like 105 or something. But he lives in Metairie.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so when I used to go to New Orleans, I would fly into Pensacola. I think that's the place that you were
Pensacola
talking about with the military base. Yeah.
started with a P.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd fly into Pensacola, and my cousin and I would drive to New Orleans.
Yeah, it's only like
A couple hours.
yeah, a couple hours, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. You ever stop in Biloxi?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one time we took the Gulf Road back home, or back to
Mm-hmm.
Pensacola.
The coast.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty.
Mm.
It's a nice drive. I mean, then, if you like all those big old plantation homes and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like plantation home, then plant. Like that's what sucks about the Mississippi River. Like if you ever took a riverboat trip
I
down
did
the
do that.
Mississippi,
I did do that when I was in New Orleans last time. We took the riverboat up the river and back. Yeah.
then you get exactly what I'm saying. It's like
Mm-hmm.
refinery, then
It's a
plantation.
dirty brown water.
Mm-hmm. There's a group that kayaks from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, and it only takes them like the daylight of a day to do it because of the current.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they're crazy enough to do that. I wouldn't. I used to work on the river at a shipyard, and it's insane.
Yeah, I don't think that would be something I'd be into.
Mm-mm.
It's way too much work.
It's much
Slap
bigger.
a motor on that bitch and go. I do like boats though.
Like what?
I like driving boats. I like being on boats. I just like hanging out on boats. Boats are cool.
Oh, I have a yacht.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You got it parked out in the backyard.
No, I keep it docked. Keep it docked somewhere
Yeah, send it on up.
on up to
Up the coast.
Oh yeah. You're not that far from the coast, huh?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Where I'm at in Texas is like an hour and 15 minutes from Galveston.
In Texas? Wait, I thought you were in Louisiana.
Not where I'm at right now, where I live in Texas.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Baton Rouge. I live in Houston.
Oh, so where you're sitting now is Houston?
No, where I'm sitting now is right in between the two in Lake Charles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I haven't been
My,
to Houston in a long time.
when's the last time you went?
Oh my God, probably 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, there's still construction on I-10.
I've traveled I-10 all the way from, uh, where did I pick up I-10? Somewhere down there in Texas. I picked up I-10 and took it all the way up into Phoenix and across there and went all the way on my way to LA.
And it goes from Florida to Cali.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You said that. It's like anytime somebody asks me, like, what I want when I die, I say, cremate me, put me on the back of a bike, and have my ashes spread down I-10.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's kind of been from Baton Rouge to Houston. You know, it's kind of been, it's the road I've traveled the most in my life.
No, there you go. That
I
could
don't,
happen.
I don't know if that would be, a good thing to do with other people on the road and stuff, but
You might have to do a night trip.
yeah, but it'd be cool. I like it down here.
I like doing road trips. I like getting in the car and driving.
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot.
I've
Of
driven
road
across country 4 times. Twice out and twice back.
Across the whole country?
Yeah. Normally I would drive out and fly back the other way. Yeah. One time I drove across country by myself. That was an interesting trip. But I made a lot of pit stops. I made a lot of pit stops in Texas, actually, because I had people there.
By yourself for what?
My girlfriend at the time, my best friend at the time, moved from here to LA because she got married. Or she was getting married in Vegas and moving to LA. So she had a car that she needed to get from this coast to that coast. So she asked me if I would drive her car out, and then she flew me home. So I did that. So yeah, I
Right.
drove out by myself all the way, coast to coast.
That's a good friend.
I am a good friend. And then on one of our trips back, we were driving her. She had a Mazda RX-7, and we were driving in December, end of December, January-ish, and we were coming down, coming across. I guess it's 40 maybe that goes across there. And in
45.
Oklahoma, the car caught on fire. So we had to pull over and wait for a tow truck to come. And this was right before New Year's Eve because we had reservations at the Peabody Hotel in Memphis. That's where we were going to stop. And so the car caught on fire and we had it towed to a Mazda dealer in Oklahoma City. And we thought for sure we were not going to make it to Memphis because it was, holiday. It was at the dealer. We didn't know what the hell was wrong with it. It was on fire. So I called the Peabody Hotel the day before New Year's Eve to cancel my reservation there because I didn't think we were going to make it. So miraculously, the car got fixed in record time and we were back on the road. And we were driving through Little Rock, Arkansas. And she kept saying, pull over. It was New Year's Eve at this point, day. And she kept saying, pull over. We're just going to stay in Little Rock. And I was driving at the time. So I was like, okay. Thinking to myself, there's no fucking way I'm spending New Year's Eve in Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay. I'm just not. So I'd say, okay. But I would purposely miss the exit. I'd just blow right by it. She's like, you missed the exit. And I'm like, I know. Sorry. So we ended up making it. And at some point I was like, fuck Little Rock. I'm just gonna we're going to Memphis. So we roll into the Peabody Hotel. And it's like 10 o'clock at night. And we go up, but I'd already canceled my reservation, keep in mind. So and it's New Year's Eve.
Hmm.
Roll in there and I'm like, yeah, I'm here to check in. And you're like, okay, click, click, click on the computer. And the guy says, well, your reservation's been canceled. And I said, what? Who would cancel that reservation? This is ridiculous. Get the manager here. I just made like a scene. So then I said to the guy, well, I suppose you canceled our dinner reservations too. And he's like, did I talk to you on the phone yesterday? I was like, who, me? No, you didn't talk to me. So they ended up giving us a key to a room. We walk in there and all these people's stuff is in there. Like it's already been occupied by somebody. So I go back down the front desk. I'm like, yeah, dude, you sent us to somebody's room. They're like, their shit's in there. And he's like, oh, damn, we're so sorry. So they're like, well, we don't have any rooms. I'm like, yeah, I know you do. So find one. And so they ended up giving us this big suite. And so we ended up staying in Memphis for New Year's Eve. So it worked out good.
How did the car get fixed so fast? You think it was because it was a rotary engine?
I think the oil plug came out of the oil pan and the oil drained out. And I'm guessing it got so hot it caught fire. And probably whatever was burning, it just burned up real quick. So it didn't do a whole lot of damage to the car. I guess it didn't do any damage to the car because, yeah, they had it fixed in like record time.
Rotary engines leak oil really bad. That's why they're not as popular.
Well, she had taken it to some Jiffy Lube place right before we got on the road to have the oil changed. And I think they messed up with putting the plug back in.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's a completely different engine. It's crazy.
But we made it.
Yeah, it was probably pretty fast, huh?
Well, I told you I drive fast, just in general.
So you had fun in that.
Yeah, it was a nice car too. Little Mazda RX-7 back in the day when they first came out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't remember, but what was it like going from a horse and buggy to a car? What was that like? That must have been crazy.
Well, they still have horse and buggy up in Pennsylvania in the Amish country.
I am Amish. Thanks for bringing that up.
Where's your horse and buggy then?
I opted out when they gave me that. But it was a little retreat that they take where they're like, you go out into the real world, and if you want that, you can have it, or if not, you come back. Like, how did that get started?
I don't think that happens a lot.
Yeah, no, I think when they turn 18 or 19 or something. Yeah, maybe it's like just depends on the family, but
maybe I know up around there they don't hardly ever leave.
That's crazy.
And sometimes they leave and go back because they can't handle the real world.
Yeah. Neither can we, though. You got a lot of, are you close to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, relatively. Like Philadelphia, I can get to in like 2 hours.
Yeah, I didn't realize how close all of that stuff was until
I can get to New York City in about 4 or 5
hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've just never been tempted to go to any of those places, the big city and stuff. Like, I'm from a country.
I'll tell you what, like New York, if you go into New York, like upstate New York, it's nice. I mean, they got some beautiful lakes and mountains up there.
I've heard
it's a beautiful state.
Ginger, actually, she's got a getaway up there, like a summer or winter house or something like that. She talks about it all the time. She showed us pictures. It's real pretty.
I doubt it's a winter house because why would you go there in the winter? It's fucking cold as shit.
I don't know. You Yankees are just weird about everything. I don't know. I don't get you people.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't have a choice. My dad dragged my ass up here.
Yeah, I love where I'm from.
Yeah, I like the South. I
I
spent a lot
mean,
of time in the South, so I do like it down there.
you know what the Atchafalaya Basin is?
Where is it?
The Atchafalaya Basin.
No.
It's the second largest wetland in the nation. It's a swamp. It's a floodplains for the Mississippi River when all that snow that you got going up there
Yeah.
melts and starts coming down the river, and our levees can't take it. They open the
Wow.
floodgates and fill the basin to take off some of the pressure. Um, I grew up around it and in it, and I feel like that's something. You know, it's kind of cool. You ever seen Swamp People?
Like the TV show?
The alligator hunting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's some of those characters in there. They're from like Troy Landry. That's distant cousins to my dad, and
No shit.
yeah, and two or three of them are actually in the Atchafalaya Basin hunting gators. Pretty cool. So it's sportsman's paradise.
Yeah.
I bowfish and
I used to do a lot of fishing when I go south.
like what type of fishing?
Oh, we would just go out on the coast, get in a boat, and just fish for whatever.
Salt water,
Yeah. Do a lot of crabbing, a lot of shrimping.
crab and shrimping. So you've had crawfish.
Yep. We do the
Like
low country boil.
who?
You know what that is?
What?
The low country boil?
Mm,
How do you being from the south? You don't ever heard of a low country boil?
I mean, I know what a boil is. I don't
No,
know
it's
what a
food. It's what you it's so you go out, you fish all day long, you catch whatever, shrimp, crabs, fish, you know, scallops, whatever you catch that day. You bring it back, you throw it in a big ass pot with
yeah.
corn on the cob and potatoes and whatever else you want to throw in there. You throw it all in a big pot, like a big pot.
Yeah,
And
that's what I meant by
cook it
boil. I
up,
know what a boil is.
and then you cook it up, and then you just dump the whole damn thing on right on the table. Boom.
On newspaper. Yeah,
On
yeah.
the newspaper. And then
I mean,
everybody sits around and you just pick whatever you want.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
all fresh. So, because you just caught it that day,
I've never heard low
good.
country boil though.
It's good.
Um, yeah, I mean, I have a pot. I have a burner. Boil crawfish every year when it's cheap during the season. Um,
When we used to go shrimping, my job was always to pluck the heads off the shrimp. That was always my job in the
I've
boat.
worked on a shrimp boat
Yeah.
for a little
And,
while.
we had those round weighted nets where you had to like, kind of like a, like a lasso. You just a round thing. You had to throw it so that it was nice and flat, and then it would sink and scoop everything up. We used to catch a lot of shit that way,
A
and we would
cast
use
net.
cat food for chum.
You
Worked
talking about
good.
a cast net?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Um,
caught a hammerhead shark when I was fishing once. Yeah,
that's crazy. I
we
caught
threw
a
it
shark
back.
once, but it wasn't a fucking hammerhead.
Yeah, we threw him back. We didn't kill him.
You didn't nail him.
Nah,
Uh,
he wasn't that big.
uh, my big thing is bow fishing. I like to bow fish.
Like bow and arrow.
Yeah, like a bow with a bow fishing rig.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
I
interesting. I've never
actually have
seen one.
a. I don't have it with me out here, but like where I grew up, it wasn't unusual during the summer to go over a bridge over a bayou and see two guys like straddling the side of the bridge with a bow. One of them's got a spotlight, one of them's got the bow. Shooting garfish. You know what a garfish is?
I do.
Yeah, we got. I mean, the basin. It's got.
Damn, you'd have to be a pretty good shot to hit one of those, wouldn't you?
I get pretty big, and they're dumb and slow.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I mean, you got to be a decent shot. I don't know too many people that hunt down here or fish down here that aren't at least half as decent shot. Most, I think something like 80% of our military snipers come from the South.
Yeah.
They just
My
grow up shooting, you know?
my ex used to be a big bow hunter for deer around here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad bow hunts deer. I like to bow hunt fish.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
That's it. Uh, I say I want to go stick something. I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna stick a fish.
Well, when I used to go down south, my I have an uncle that lives in Rome, Georgia, which is northern Georgia,
When in Rome.
when in Rome. And he sits on a like 175-acre farm out there. And so we would go out there. Uh, all my uncles would get together, and everybody would bring their guns, mass quantities of guns, and we would go out and target shoot and shoot anything that moved.
Move shooting. I was about to say, y'all go move shooting.
It was so much fun. But some of those guns had a kick to them.
Yeah.
Much too much for me. I was like, nah, I ain't throwing my shoulder out. Thank you very much.
You talking about like shotguns with
We
like,
had all kinds of guns. We had shotguns, pistols, all kinds of shit.
yeah.
Down there, everybody's got a quantity of guns.
I am an expert marksman. I love guns.
Yeah, we would take the tractor out and go shooting shit.
We're getting a little too country now. We take
Go
the
shoot us
tractor
up some
out.
shit.
Take the tractor out. Me and Bubba, we go shoot shit.
See, I got some southern in me.
And Bubba bring the moonshine.
Yep,
We go noodling.
I know what
Yeah,
that
that-
is. Too. Yep,
Uh,
that's just craziness to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I'm not even interested in that.
I ain't sticking my hand in nothing that I
I
ain't
want
seen.
to use my arm as bait.
Yeah, right. No.
I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't trying to do that.
I did
Oh,
as a kid. We went set netting a lot for crawfish. That was pretty fun.
well, I used to scuba dive, and I was scuba diving one time in a quarry, of all things. And the guy that I was scuba diving with, and the water was really murky at the time. Like you couldn't see shit. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And so we were scuba diving around, and all of a sudden we came up on like the wall of the quarry, which kind of spooked me because I wasn't really expecting a wall, as I'm swimming along. And he's like, "Let's go in this cave." And I'm like, "You're fucking out of your mind. I'm not swimming in any dark cave." And he's like, "It's a quarry. There's nothing that lives in here." I'm like, "You don't know that." No, I'm not doing
Yeah,
it. No.
I don't like anybody who makes concrete statements like that. Oh, my dog would never bite you. What?
Right?
And you know this? Yeah, let's go swim in this cave. Nothing lives in here. Did you check before you said that?
Right.
And like cave diving is not actual cave diving, but scuba diving in caves. It's like it's like the second most dangerous thing you can do
It's
in
crazy.
the world, besides like polar bear fighting or something like that.
Well, when I was in Mexico, we went to this place. They have these they're like sinkholes. They're called cenotes, and
I know.
they're
Yeah,
fresh
me
water
too.
and they're underground,
Mm-hmm.
and they're pretty cool. And so we were just snorkeling around in there, but we saw many scuba divers, and the cenotes have all those tunnels, like miles and miles of just tunnels, and the scuba divers would have to like run a rope
I was
around
just
them,
about to say the line
yeah,
that they untwist. Yeah,
so that they could figure out how to get out.
I've
No,
seen
I'm not doing that either. I'm not doing
that.
that.
No. You ever heard of Cowboy Cerrone?
No.
He's a fighter. He's also an adrenaline junkie. He likes all of that shit. He almost died doing that.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Yeah, I thought when you go, when we went to Mexico, I thought you were gonna be like, we went to a donkey show.
No.
It's like, what does this have to do with scuba diving?
No, the scuba divers were in the cenote scuba diving around.
And you know, I didn't know. I knew when you said cenote exactly what you were talking about. I think I only saw that on a documentary, but I just like that word.
Yeah, it's a cool word.
Yeah, it's my son's middle name.
Is it?
No,
But
but I do like that word.
I tell you what, that water is cold.
I
Cold
don't.
water.
I don't
Woo!
like cold.
No, neither. But we did it. We jumped in and swam around in there. It was pretty cool.
In like wetsuits.
No, we didn't have a wetsuit.
Oh no, no.
But it was fun. It was nice. It was something I would do again.
I was thinking about getting
Like
a
zip
wetsuit.
lining. I liked zip
Like,
lining. I'd do zip lining all day long if I could.
yeah, I would zip line.
I zip lined in Belize actually.
Yeah, I heard that's a thing out there.
Yeah.
What else is there to do in Belize?
Well, the beaches are good.
What about that big hole?
Yeah, the blue hole. Yeah. That's crazy, ain't it?
You weren't into scuba diving when you went to Belize?
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
man. Do you have a wetsuit?
I used to.
I was thinking about getting one for my bike when it's cold.
Yeah, they're nice. They
Just,
definitely keep you warm.
yeah, just I was looking up the other day whether they work without water.
Do
Because
they?
I know, yeah, they do. But the reason they work so well in water is because they fill with water and they keep that water that's right next to you. Your body warms it up and it helps you stay warm like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a must for some places.
Yeah. I-
But I still have
I'm-
my fins and my snorkel and my mask.
That's hot.
I do like to. I do like to play in the water.
Yeah. And I don't think I've ever snorkeled or maybe just
No.
playing around. I would though.
Yeah, it's really. But I mean, you have to go to the right place. Like one time I was in the Bahamas snorkeling around, and the guy's like, well, you know, you can snorkel around all you want, but you're gonna see nothing but sand. And he was right. There was nothing out there. Nothing but
Well,
sand.
what do you want to see?
You want to see coral reefs because that's where all the cool fish are.
Yeah, but there's only so many of them, right? Like the Great Barrier Reef and
Well, I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. I mean, the big ones. Yeah, there are a couple of them. Um, but you know, you can snorkel anywhere and find coral reefs.
can't snorkel in the Gulf.
Ain't nothing to see in the Gulf.
Yes, mud,
Sand.
muddy
Yeah,
water.
I like the Gulf. Well, when you get around like Panama City and in that area, it's
Yeah,
beautiful there. I mean, it's beautiful there. The sand is like white baby powder sand. Never gets hot. Like here, you try walking on the sand, you better have some shoes on, or you ain't gonna make it to the water. It's just
yeah.
gonna burn your feet up first. But down there, it's not like that at all. I like
Yeah.
the Gulf.
I
I
don't,
don't like the Atlantic so much. The Atlantic coast, I don't really care for that much.
isn't it cold?
It's cold and it's dark and murky. Like here, if I went to the beach here, like I could stand in the water waist deep. I can't see my feet. I can't see
But
my
I mean,
knees.
that's the Gulf too.
No, that's the Atlantic.
No, the Gulf is the same way. It's muddy. You can't see it. The
Oh,
Gulf.
no, it's not.
Well, maybe around Florida.
Florida's crystal clear. Crystal
Uh,
clear.
That sucks.
Crystal. You can see your feet.
Most beaches that I grew up around, they like Grand Isle and Biloxi and Galveston. They're muddy. The
Yeah.
Gulf is a big volcanic um, sea. Gulf. It's got a lot of volcanic activity. That's why it's like that.
Yeah, it's pretty
We got,
down there. I like
we
it.
got good shrimp.
But you ain't got nothing on us blue crabs up here.
I mean,
We got the
some
best blue crabs in the world.
some would
Maryland blue
argue
crabs, ooh, they're the best.
some would
Nothing
argue
touches
we
them.
have better.
Nah, I've had crabs down there. They ain't no good.
You know, can have lobster, but
Lobsters up north. We don't get those here. But we do get the best crabs.
then we'll take shrimp.
The blue crabs around here are the bomb. But the shrimp in the south are the best. That is true.
Yeah, we'll take it.
And we don't get crawfish either.
Man, I can't live without crawfish. I couldn't live anywhere that doesn't have crawfish, during spring at least. But I'd prefer it year round.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I'm adventurous.
where outside of the country have you been?
Oh, I've been lots of places. I've been to Cuba. I've been to Finland. I've been to
Why'd you go to
Belize.
Cuba?
Huh?
Why'd you go to Cuba?
Why?
Why?
I wanted to see it. And it was cool as shit. I would love to go back there.
Like a time warp?
It's like a time warp for sure. But it's a cool time warp. It's like living in the 50s. Like when I was down there, nobody had cell phones. But the nice thing about that was people talk to each other. Neighbors talk to each other. People on the street talk to each other. Everybody's friendly. It's so different. The cars are crazy. I love the cars there.
Yeah, I saw a little documentary on how and they don't get parts imported and
Nope.
stuff, so
Nope. They just make
figure out.
do.
Yeah,
They just piece them together. So it might have started off as one kind of car, but it ain't that now.
it's a fucking island though. Like, how many miles are they putting on these cars?
It's a big island, Cuba. It's huge.
My
The
little
people there
boys,
are really friendly. It's real. I mean, I liked it. Wasn't a thing I could say wrong about it.
my little boy's great grandpa lives in St. Croix.
Oh, nice.
On like the island's only like 6 miles long or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been
I
to a
don't know.
lot of the islands in the Caribbean.
I don't know if I could do that.
They're beautiful.
I'd get bored.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I probably would, and I like to ride
You could ride.
6 miles and turn around.
Oh, you mean go to a bigger island.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
that's when you get a golf cart, dude.
I'd like attach some buoys to the bike and see if I could go to another island with it or something. I like the idea that I could just take off on my bike tomorrow and go anywhere in the country. Well, not right now.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
be
unfortunate.
wrapped up like the Michelin Man. I don't know. I hate the
I'd
cold.
like to get an RV and just cruise around the country. I think that'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah, that would be cool. You could like, God, what's the word? You like smuggle people across the border and stuff. Like that'd be cool. Like, what's that movie, The Millers? You ever seen that?
Does it have Jennifer Aniston in it?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
blonde from Friends?
No, I know who Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've seen that.
I totally forgot she was in that for a second.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, she's.
Hold on. Oh, damn. The plow truck's coming through.
That
Plowing the
what it
roads.
was? That sounded like a demolition derby. What was it?
Big time plow trucks. You
Then-
ain't seen them down there because you ain't getting no snow.
Nah, I don't get plowed.
Well, you do.
I'm missing out, I guess. Fuck. My toes are numb.
Oh, look, Hitesh has come to visit us. Hi,
Hi,
Hitesh.
Tesh. You say hi, Tesh? You think it's hi, Tesh?
Hitesh has come to visit us.
You think it's hi, Tesh or Hitesh?
I don't know.
That's interesting. I never read it. How do you think his last name said?
Tomar?
See, I was thinking Tomar.
He's a mod. What the hell?
He's a mod. Everybody's mods in my
you see?
on my
You see the
channel.
chat? Do you see the chat?
I'm not on YouTube. I'm just looking
Oh,
at it through
oh.
StreamYard. But everybody, I make everybody mods. You want a blue wrench?
That's
You got
hilarious.
it. Hitesh.
Hitesh. Is that right?
Why?
Hitesh?
Why I gotta be he? Why it can't be Shetesh?
Why can't it be Hitesh?
His name is Teshi, baby.
Teshi.
Yeah, I heard somebody call him that one time, and I was like, I'm never calling him anything else ever again.
What do you
Teshi,
mean Working
baby.
Man's talking gay shit about you? He's not talking gay shit about you. Was Working Man talking gay shit about him?
Maybe he thinks you're cute.
I didn't hear him say nothing.
All right. I
Kind
don't know
of,
if
he
that's
says,
the
"Give me a
real
wrench."
kind of wrench. Okay.
Let me
Oh,
see.
like a mod wrench.
Why do you want me to have a wrench, Hitesh? I'm glad you corrected me on your name.
I'm not
Let's see if
calling
it
him
works.
Hitesh. Maybe he just meant Hitesh and not Hitesh.
Nope. No mod. No wrench.
Oh, I will post a comment.
It just
Let's
did.
see.
I said, let's see if it works. It was an epic fail.
I think I gotta go on YouTube to do it.
Don't worry about it. I'm all right.
No, I like to do everybody.
You'd like to do everybody?
Yeah, I like to give them all the wrench.
Some upside the back of the head.
I mean, if that's what they're into. I'm open minded. Let's see.
Has he ever been on your panel?
No, we tried to get him to come on. He came on but didn't say anything.
Well, what's the point of that?
I have no idea. I mean, hold on, I gotta mute so I can go on to my channel.
I'm waiting for the schools to cancel. What the hell are they waiting on? Supposed to tell me by 5 o'clock. Oh my God, it's almost 5 o'clock now. Damn, Caleb, you kept me up all night.
It happens.
Not many guys can say
that hockey player can.
that hockey player did. I
There we
learned a
go.
lot from that hockey player. I'm not gonna lie.
Now you got it. Got the wrench.
Oh, let me try it. Next time I come on, I'll turn my camera on. I'll be ready.
Yeah, actually.
Yay! It worked. Thank you, Hitesh.